Can you hear me now? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Adventures of Adam. I'm Adam. Let's adventure. There we go. Okay, we're good. Everything is good. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. We just downranked into Gold 4. Literally. Right before I started streaming, we were in 5. Now we're in 4. Hey, what's up, Glynis? Let's jump back up into 5 real quick. I'm going to try to tackle Fire Knight today. I was going to start working on this. I'm going to turn my music down a little bit. The volume is distracting me ever so slightly. Hopefully it's not overpowering my voice too much. But anyway, I was going to start working on this at work last night because I finished the champion training. But then I decided, you know what? I think it'd be more fun to do it on stream for you guys. So I waited. And actually, I finished the champion train. Well, I didn't finish it. I didn't get like the arbiter skin. But I did get the legendary book, which was my main objective. And I did it without using any gems or extra energy packs from my mailbox that you get from the shop every day. So that was pretty exciting. I think I've kind of perfected my champ training technique. Where I don't have a ton of brews to use, but I use energy to level food champions before I use them as food. And I've got a pretty good technique down for it. Now, I was going to 6-star. Actually, yeah, I'll go ahead and talk about it now. I was going to 6-star, what's his name? Stitched Beast. Because I didn't want to necessarily level 2 Armigers, and also I thought it would be fun to highlight a champion who doesn't see a lot of playtime. Because if you look at his kit, it's actually not bad. I think the reason people don't think that he's good, or people might not realize that he's good, is because oftentimes they compare him side by side with Coldheart, but he doesn't do the same damage as Coldheart, so obviously he's not as good as Coldheart. However, I wouldn't need to book him to get this skill to work. So it's a 100% turn meter reduction on a 4-turn cooldown, exactly the same as Coldheart, but just without the big damage attached to it. And he also does a weaken on his A2, and his A1 is a 2-hitter, so not a terrible Fire Knight champion. So I was going to build him. I actually ranked him up to 4 stars, but then I ran out of food. So then as I was cracking mystery shards to get more food, out came Soulbond Bowyer. Now you see my quandary. Now, I think Soulbond Bowyer is a better champion. However, she takes up to 16 books. And I think when I get to stage 20 of both Spider and Fire Knight, Soulbond Bowyer will be the better option. But progressing to 20, I think that's going to be a different story because of the affinities. I can't rely on Armiger and Soulbond Bowyer to beat magic affinity stages. But because Stitched Beast is void, he will be more reliable in that regard. So 11 is magic, 15 is magic, and 19. Getting past 19 up to 20 is actually really challenging. And on my last account, that was like, it took me forever to get to 20. So I've got a few tricks up my sleeve that I can try to rely on if we need to. And overall, let's just jump into it. Actually, let me check my tag arena real quick. Okay. But I did 5-star Armiger during the champ training. Let's go ahead and ascend him so I can slap some accessories on him if I need to. But I think Armiger is going to be my next 6-star. But because I already got the legendary book from the champ training, I went ahead and stopped. I didn't 6-star him yet. because I want to wait until CBC. So I have the food. I've got this guy. Oops. We got 1, 2, 3 5-star chickens there. And I guess the other 2 are in here? Where are the other 2? Oh, they're right here. Okay. So here are my 5-star chickens. So I can 6-star somebody as soon as I'm ready. Let's jump into Fire Knight. See if we can start pushing a little higher. So, Magic Affinity, right? This is the trick. So if we can do it with Armorger, that would be great. But if I can't do it with this setup, I'll take out 1 Armorger, throw in Stitched Beast, and then slap some gear on him. So I'm gonna try this as before we do anything crazy. Just see if I can get this to work. And obviously, I'm gonna try it on manual. Actually, let's just see if we can do the first wave. And even my crowd control champion, Torix, is weak affinity here, so it's less than ideal. But my Torix is how I plan to get the shield down. Because he can place increased defense on the whole team, Faultless Defense, a blessing, becomes a reflect damage effect. Oof. Okay. That wasn't so bad. I was expecting that to be a lot worse. I guess it doesn't matter now. Okay. Oh, he just did his reflect damage. I should have manualed that last wave. Because now it's on cooldown. Phantom Touch from War Maiden helped with the shield a little bit there. So yeah, if he hadn't just used this on the last wave, I could put increased defense on everybody, and then when the boss attacks, it would knock 5 charges off the shield. But unfortunately, I might have to reset this one and try again. I think I want to save. This Armorger is definitely going to die. Yeah, okay. Let's try that again. So what needs to happen differently? Obviously, the 4-star Armorger can't take damage. I'm going to hit auto, and then I'm take it off auto for the second wave. Just to make sure there are no whoopsies. Okay. My Torix is in a provoke set, which is why he was able to provoke with his A1 there. See if we can keep these Tyrells from attacking. So far, Affinity has not been too... Okay, there it was. I jinxed it. Yikes. Okay. I think the Rays are the biggest... Oh, Nikes. Okay, I lied. Whatever that was. That was a... Having a champion who's 4-star is kind of rough. We made it to the boss last time, though, so I think I could do it. I believe in my team. Okay. I don't know, like, I forget what this champion is called, but she seemed like she really messed my team up. So I want to prevent her from taking a turn. See if I can provoke the Ray. No. Weak hit. That's a bummer. Okay. Let's see if we can stop Tyrell from going. Push back the turn meters, hopefully. Yikes. Okay, hopefully we can kill this one, because she messed my team up last time. I don't want to use the turn meter boost. Okay, I think we're good now. All right. I'm going to save the turn meter boost for when the shield goes down. Yeah, but that would be too easy. I can't just wait for Syl. Okay, I'm going to put up the increased defense. So we get the reflect effect. Okay, so now he's only got 5 charges on his shield. And I think we're good, assuming... we can keep the turn meter down. So as long as... I was going to say, as long as we don't weak hit. The decreased speed is up, that's huge. Okay. This was the stage I was most worried about, until obviously we get to higher level magic affinity ones. Yeah, Syl definitely does make stuff everything a lot easier, doesn't she? Weak hit there. Okay, we're doing good. Pikatune is just so clutch, man. I could probably just hit auto, right? Like, Armigers will probably use their A1s. Let's see what happens. I think if the target has... what is it? Yeah, if the target is less than 30% turn meter, they use their A2s. But I think he's moving slow enough that we'll be okay. Alright, we're good. That was much easier than I thought it would be. It took a little bit of finesse, but we got there. Whew, okay. Well, one down. Ooh, nice. I'm gonna keep that. It's just 5-star regen. Yeah, sure, her damage isn't bad. War Maiden, that is. Mine is in not a damage build because she was on my clan boss team, but I did get Grave Chill Killer in on the clan boss team to replace her, so I could change up her build a little bit. But early game, I feel like it's still pretty important to not die all the time, because you can't do any damage while you're dead. Oh, you know what I should have done? Oh, I need to do an AI setup so he doesn't waste his... Torx doesn't waste his A2 on the... I'm going to make sure these Paragons don't get a turn. Doesn't matter if he goes while he's provoked, but... Kill the Ethos, maybe. Oh, it resisted. Alright, she's dead. That's fine. Woo! I mean, he could crowd control, but why bother with crowd control when you could just kill them instead, right? My favorite way to crowd control an enemy is to kill them. They can't attack you if they're dead. Okay, so... A1... 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 A1, and then we... reflect damage. Boom. Okay. Well, that Armiger just got about smoked. If she crits, she'll hit a second time. Nice. Yeah. Death is definitely the hardest crowd control. That's right. I think we're good now. Try to get the decreased speed. Nice. Yeah, I'm just going to hit auto. We don't have to worry about affinity, so if they use their A2, it's not as big of a deal. Man, this armor just about bit the dust. This one's wearing an accuracy chest, so he's actually super squishy. So at this point, I might actually take this one out and bring in the stitched beast. Or maybe I might try... what's her name? Not Sandlashed. Slowbond Bowyer, too, I could try. It would be fun to build her out. I could do a Slayer set on her, because her A1 is an AoE. And having a 30% chance for her A1 to proc an additional time would be pretty sweet. I don't have a full 9 set for Barbarian, though. Accuracy crit rate. Damage increases as HP decreases. Interesting. I'm gonna sell that. That's fine. I don't need that. Okay. Oh, this is a good affinity for us. Okay, hold on. Let me do a quick setup. Ding, bing. Where's my other armor? Okay, and then we want here. Okay. And then we want Torux to maybe don't use, and then first choice, something like that. And then Haikatune will say open. Yeah. Alright, yeah. That should be good. Hello, Premier Craft. Good evening. Good day. Good night. I just realized I'm on the far right hand side of the screen. Normally I'm on the left. Is that bugging you guys with me on this side, or does it not matter? So Errol can actually smack pretty hard. So I'm kind of... And these liches are a pain in the butt to kill, but they don't really hit that hard, so I'm not super worried about it. I mean, it's a pain in the butt if they do the increased defense thing, because then they're just tankier and it takes longer to kill them. But I think with 2 armigers, I doubt they'll take turns. Okay. Thank you, Glennis. I think it's better on this side. It looks weird to me, but there's less things to, like, on the screen to block on this side, I think. Especially when I'm looking at artifacts and stuff. Okay. Oh. Wait, what? Are we gonna get the shield down? Yo, what? Oh, okay. Alright, should be good then. Yeah! Easy peasy. Oh, resisted. That's not good. Oh, and then Haikatune's turn meter reduction missed too. Alright, we're good. Okay, that got a little sketchy, but I think we're good. I think, yeah, this has been way easier than I thought it was going to be. I think the... What's it called? Faultless Defense blessing on Torux is making this very easy. Is that what it's called? Faultless Defense? I forget. Nice. And I do plan to book Torux this CVC. So that should help a lot too. Hopefully it'll make it so I could use his crowd control in the second wave as well. Man, we're just flying through these levels. I was not expecting it to be... I was not expecting it to go this way. So we're Spirit Affinity. I think I need to make one more tweak to Haikatoon's AI setup. What do I think of a full, pure, only uncommon challenge? I think it would be extremely difficult. I think most content can be brute forced through with good enough gear. So I think it's possible. However, in order to get the gear that you need to just kind of ignore the mechanics that you're missing because you don't have the right champions, so that you can brute force your way through with gear, in order to acquire the gear that you need that's strong enough, it's going to take much longer and it's going to be a lot grindier. But I do think it's possible. But I don't have the patience for it. So yeah, I mean, if someone out there is brave enough, damn it. If someone out there is brave enough to take on the challenge and they can make it work, more power to them. Since War Maiden is weak affinity, I don't think we got decreased defense out, so I'm going to say open or don't use. And say open or don't use. Hopefully that'll be enough, and then, yeah, that's fine. Oh, I wanted to do this too. Let's say first choice. Because I don't want her to do this turn meter boost until after the Fire Knight attacks. Because last time we basically got the shield down and then he attacked. And then, I don't know. I want her to turn meter boost after the decreased speed goes out. I might just have to manual this. I was trying to do it on auto. Nethril needs to die. Or at the very least, get his turn meter pushed back. How long do I think it'll take to get High Mother mod? More time than I would like for it to take. I have no idea. If I was being a lot more aggressive about getting as many pieces... I mean, are you talking about like in general, or how long it will take me on this account? Because right now, I'm not aggressively trying to collect fragments so that I can get her faster. I could do that. Okay, hold on. I want to manual this. So I have 3 fragments right now for High Mother mod. It's not a whole lot. Hey, what's up, Darkboon? Welcome. Glad to have you. Yeah, I don't know, man. From what I understand, it's going to take a very long time to get High Mother mod for the average person. Unless you're deliberately not completing fusions so that you can acquire her faster. Which I don't know if I would recommend. Depending on the fusion, I guess. I just realized I don't really have any healing on this team, aside from Longsword Toryx's Leech on his A1. Okay, so Toryx is getting low. So I'm going to only attack the one that has Leech with Toryx. Just so I can try to heal him up a little bit. guess he'll get a little. He'll heal up a little bit too when we go to the boss stage. I don't think this 4-star armor is going to survive being attacked by the boss. If I'm being honest. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe with increased defense, he can survive it. You found me through J-Gigs. Did you watch him react to my my diss track? Is that how you? That's funny. Ah, cool, man. Yeah, I've never got into Warhammer. I always thought it looked cool, but like, yeah, I was playing Magic the Gathering at the time that I was kind of intrigued by Warhammer. So I already had like one expensive, time-consuming hobby at the time, and I never really took the plunge on it. Let's do the A1 again. Oh, that was close. Okay, hopefully we can crit and get 2 hits here. Nope, we did get Phantom Touch and War... Oh, no, she doesn't have War Master. What was that then? I don't know. Alright. Should be good to hit auto. I wish she would have tried her A1 for the decreased speed. I think we'll be alright. Alright, there we go. We're good. Evil Eye resisted, but we got the decreased speed. Alright. Easy peasy. Man, I can't believe... Okay. When I first made that diss track, I thought about posting it in his Discord, but I thought it would be way cooler if he just found it organically. So I just kind of like threw my hands up and like, you know what? Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's going to take a really long time to get High Mother mod, which is a bummer because I know for a fact that if I get High Mother mod, I could 2-key Ultra Nightmare on this account. I've already got my plan. Are you guys getting music echo through my microphone? Okay, it looks like it's good now. I moved it away from my speakers a little bit. Yeah, a year... I mean, I haven't been aggressively going for fusion fragments on this account. I think if I had been, I could have a few more. Maybe like 5, 2 or 3 more. So, like, I don't know. They do like 1 fusion a month. And if each of those are fragment fusions, and you have like 95 fragments, and you try to convert those into chests, I don't know. It seems like it'll take quite some time. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I would love to do a collab with J-Gigs. I think he's really funny. I've been watching his content for a long time. Dude, when he reacted to that, it was so surreal. Like, I got home from work, I got out of the shower, and I opened YouTube and I was just thumbing through looking for some videos to download so I could watch them at work the next day. And then in my live feed, I see a J-Gigs video thumbnail with a video thumbnail of my video in his thumbnail, and him like... it was crazy. Oh, thank you, Dark Boon. Yeah, it's the World of Warcraft soundtrack. I'm an old long-time WoW player. Yeah, she will be great on a 2-1. I've already figured out how to speed tune it such that not only will she be my buff extender for the 2-1, but she will also cleanse affinity debuffs and the stun, while like she's doing like 3 or 4 jobs at once on that team. So I'm quite confident that if I get her, I could 2-key Ultra Nightmare on this account. But speaking of 2-key Ultra Nightmare, I have officially 3-keyed Nightmare Clan boss. 40 million. You only need 39 for the top chest. So we got an easy, pretty comfortable 3-key. Against Void, I can do 14 to 16 million, I think. And then I do slightly less on affinities because on Magic Affinity, Haikatune takes the stun. So that kind of, I'm not able to take all the turns that I normally get to take because she's being stunned. And then on Force, obviously I do less damage because my damage dealers are magic. And then on Spirit Affinity, it's about the same. It's like, I do about 12 million on Spirit. So it's like, Void I do like 14, Spirit I do like 12, and then Magic I do like 10. But Force I only do about 5 or 6 million, maybe 8 on a lucky day. So, but I can 4-key Force as long as I get 2 keys in on Void. So that's what I've been trying to do. Let's do... I still need to spend this key. I have an hour to spend it before I get into one. Let's do this key real quick, so I can show you guys my setup. I realized, like, literally the moment I posted last week's video talking about how I'm kind of struggling to get to where I need to be on Nightmare. Clay Boss reset, and I'm doing some test keys on Nightmare, and I'm trying to think of like how I could improve my damage, and then it hit me like, oh, why don't I just take out Aethel and put in Frozen Banshee? So I tried it, and then it was just like, that was the key. And then another thing that I did, Frozen Banshee was taking the stun. I was only getting about 10 million damage per key, so I redid Reliquary Tender's Masteries, because initially, when I first built Reliquary Tender, I had her with Steadfast. And if you don't know, taking Steadfast Mastery on a champion will make it less likely for them to take the stun. And I didn't want her to take the stun because I was going to use her to cleanse the stun. So I had Steadfast on her. So what I did before this, Frozen Banshee was taking the stun. So I redid Reliquary Tender's Masteries to Defense Tree. So she no longer has Steadfast. And then I moved her up higher in the team order. So the team order also affects stun target preference. So by putting Frozen Banshee further back and Reliquary Tender further up, Frozen Banshee doesn't take the stun anymore, which means I can get a lot more damage. So I haven't actually done Brutal with this setup yet. Oh, you played WoW for 10 years? Nice, dude. Yeah, I played from Burning Crusade all the way through Cataclysm. Because when Frozen Banshee was taking the stun, not only was she getting her turn skipped, but it was desynchronizing the sort of synergistic... It was desynchronizing when she put her poison sensitivity up, which means it was making it difficult for Gravechill Killer to get in there and place her big poisons instead of small poisons. So it was really just costing me a ton of damage. After this key, we'll jump back into Fire Knight. But I just wanted to get this in while we were taking a short break. One of the things, speaking of playing WoW for a long time, I don't know if you guys have been following the Fateless project, which is basically Hell Hades and his team, HH Gaming, created a game studio, and they're calling it Fateless, and they're making a mobile game in the same genre as Raid Shadow Legends. So I've been following the project very closely, and I've been listening to their podcasts and everything. Every time, so there's a guy on the team named Sham. Every time he opens his mouth, it's like a choir of angels are singing, because everything he says I just 100% agree with, and it gives me so much faith in their design philosophies and everything they're doing over at Fateless. I'm super excited for this game to come out. It's still a long ways off, but if you're man, I'm really excited, because like a lot of the people who play or who are on the Fateless team have played WoW in the past. Like Sham and Hell Hades are big, like old school WoW players, like, and they get it, man. They get it. So I'm super stoked. Also, the Guardian set has been so clutch. Um, the only one on this team not in Guardian is Haikatoon. So everyone is taking 30% less damage, except for Haikatoon. She's taking 40% less damage. If I can get a fifth member in Guardian, then everyone would be taking 40% less damage. And that's actually been huge. I've been able to go much longer into the fight with Guardian than I would have been able to do with just lifesteal. So my Guardian set Gambit has paid off big time. I can go to like turn 30 against Nightmare Clan Boss, which there's no way in hell I would do that with just lifesteal. I would die much sooner. So like, even though I'm not participating in the free-to-play challenge, like this is kind of my own thing. It is a free-to-play challenge, but it's not the Hell Hades HH Gaming free-to-play challenge. But I'm like on par with Hell Hades in Clan Boss right now, and his account is like a week ahead of mine. So it's kind of crazy. Not that, again, I'm not competing in that challenge, but it's just interesting to see that because of Guardian set, it's carrying me way further just because I don't have an Ally Protect champion. It's kind of crazy. Like, I knew it would be good, but I don't know. I was worried, like, having Reliquary Tender to help with the heals, too, also is making a very big difference. But I was worried I wouldn't have enough healing. Woo! Like, right there, Haikatoon would be dead if it wasn't for Guardian set. There's no way she would have survived that hit. What do I need? I think I need, like 21 million for the top chest? So I don't think we're going to get the top chest. But considering Haikatoon doesn't have any sort of, like, she's not on lifesteal, she's not on Guardian, so she's not getting any healing other than Reliquary Tender's A2. But again, I wouldn't have survived this long into the fight without Guardian set. Now our decreased attack is dead, so it's going to be over soon. Yeah, that was it. No decreased attack was the downer. Okay, so we got 6 million from Frozen Banshee, 4 million from Grave Chill. These are basically just War Master hits, and then Giant Slayer plus HP burn. Not bad. What chest do we get? We get the Master chest still. So we could potentially still get like a Void Shard in a book or something. Alright, let's jump back into Fire Knight. Actually, just kidding. I want to check my arena. Oh, we still got 5 minutes on these. Okay, never mind. Back to Fire Knight. So when we started today, we had not yet completed Stage 11. So we beat Stage 11, 12, 13, and 14. Now this is going to be tricky because it's Magic Affinity again. And I don't think this Armiger is going to survive an attack from the boss. I'm willing to try it one time, but if he dies, then I'm going to try to put some gear on that Stitched Beast and see what we can do. I am going to take it off auto for the second wave. Yikes. All these weak hits on the turn meter is not good. Yoink. Okay. Yeah, that's... Let's just go ahead and make the switch. We got to put some... I do have a ton of Void Brews. I'm going to blast him up to level 40. I'm not going to rank him up, because I think once we get past these Magic Affinity levels, I'm going to switch to Soulbond Bowyer. I do need to ascend him, though, at least to 3-star, so we can get the 100% turn meter reduction. Otherwise, it's only 50%. So now we got 100% turn meter. Thank you, Aki Ray. I appreciate that. I mean, I did get some really good pulls. Like, honestly, like, Grave Chill Killer, Frozen Banshee, Coffin Smasher. Like, these are like 3 of the best in slot rares for clan boss. So, you know, it's not like I'm just slapping a random team together. I've got 3 top tier rares for my clan boss team, and Haikatoon is just insane. Yeah, and then Reliquary Tender's been great too. So like, I don't know, I have a good team, you know. But thank you, I appreciate that. Oh, let me show you the builds real quick. So they're all wearing 4-star Guardian gear because that's the highest that I could farm. So we got 4-star, 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 4-star. And then she's got a defense set with HP gloves and defense chest. Obviously we have like defense ring, HP amulet, and then accuracy banner. But again, 4-star weapon, 4-star weapon, 4-star weapon, 4-star boots. We got defense percentage chest and HP percentage gloves with HP amulet, defense ring, and then HP banner because she doesn't need the accuracy. It is soft speed tuned, so Frozen Banshee is faster than Gravechill Killer, so she can put the Frost Blight up. So I think my Frozen Banshee is 174. I'm in the way. No, I'm not. Just kidding. I was fine. 174. And then Gravechill is 173. And then Coffin Smasher is the slowest, I think, at 172. Now, these speeds are not a coincidence. I put these speeds in on purpose. And when I get around to building Marked, she's going to be 171. And then when I build Hellborn Sprite, she's going to be 175. So she'll be the fastest, and then Marked will be the slowest. So, on the second turn, Marked will use her increased defense and block debuffs, and then on the next turn, Hellborn Sprite will extend the duration of those buffs. So we'll have block debuffs for the affinity debuffs and the stun, and then we'll have 100% increased defense uptime. So, while my... Oh! It's time to buy my Drexlar Fragment. That's what that alarm is for. So while my team is not currently perfectly speed-tuned... Oh, 4 minutes. I don't know if I want to sit here for 4 minutes. I'll keep talking about my team. So while it's not a perfect speed tune right here, right now, I'm setting myself up so that I can have a speed tune. So what I'm really hoping is, once I get Marked built... Where's she at? Oops, Marf. Looking for Marf. Where are you at, Marf? Okay. So once she's built, what was I gonna say before I started laughing about Marf? I forgot. Oh well. Totally lost my train of thought. I did get a sulfur herd today though. Bought that from the market. I bought Drexlar too because he's gonna be my first legendary, and then hopefully I'll pull a Cold Heart. Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh well. I'm gonna wait for it now. Sorry, 3 minutes. I don't want to miss it. I don't want to forget. Because then, you know, it gets pushed back even further. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Marked. Okay, so her 60% increased defense. So right now, everyone on my team has in the neighborhood of 2,500 to 2,700 defense. Kind of in that range. So when I get increased defense on my team, it will put my defense up to like 4,000 to 4,200 in that range. So I'll be defense capped. What that's going to do is it's going to give me an additional roughly 15% more damage mitigation. So I'm hoping that once Marked gets on the team, because everyone will be taking 15% less damage, I won't need Reliquary Tender's heal quite as much. So yeah, the tricky part is going to be I'm still worried I won't have enough healing. And also because I'll have to take out High Katoon to get Hellborn Sprite in, I'm not going to be taking as many turns. So I'm afraid my damage is going to go down, which is why I haven't built them yet. And I was looking at my Guardian set gear. In order to build the speed tune that I showed you guys on last week's video, Marked would have to be about 244 speed, and I can't do that in Guardian set. So I can't build that speed tune yet, so I'm just not going to mess with it. I think I'm done tinkering around with Clan Boss until I can build that speed tune. But I do want to finish getting... I don't have War Master on Frozen Banshee or Grave Chill Killer yet. So I want to finish their masteries, so that'll give me a little bit more damage. Just give me a little bit more cushion, some like wiggle room to get the 3 key every day. Or a 4 key if it goes Force. So that's the plan for Clan Boss. I don't want to... Anything that I do, like anything else that I do at this point, the gains will be so marginal that it's not really worth the energy investment. I'd rather spend my resources trying to progress in other areas for now. While I do think Clan Boss is important, I can get the top chest from Nightmare every day, and that's all I really care about in the short term. So until I've got good enough gear that I can build that 2-1 team, I'm just gonna leave it alone. Oh, sorry, Premier Craft. I didn't mean to ignore your message. I missed it. Good luck on your uncommon account. Hopefully you can do it. I'm wishing you the best. Yeah, but, okay. And I picked up this book yesterday, too. That was fun. Okay, so we got the Darkstar Fragment. That puts us to 59. We are, like, so close. Okay, let's get back into Fire Knight. Whoa, oh, no. I gotta gear up the Stitch Beast. Okay. So we want accuracy and, like, HP, I think. Let's look for... See if I don't even know if I have flat HP. Because at this level, like, an HP... Oh, I guess right here. Yeah, HP percentage chest only gives them 2,000 HP. So if I had a flat HP chest at 4-star level 40, it would actually give them more HP. But I don't think I keep any flat HP chests. Yeah, so this gives them 2,000 HP. Yeah, it's like exactly the same. 2,031, 2,000, like, so the HP percentage is slightly more. But it's remarkable how close it is for a 4-star. Let's give him a shield set, because that'll actually give him even more HP. Okay, so... Then we want speed boots. Do I have any... I'm sure I have speed boots in the shield set. This will help keep everyone else alive, too. Boy, I didn't think this through. Alright, maybe we don't do speed boots in the shield set. We'll look for other speed boots I've already leveled up. I don't have any silver right now. Okay. Try on. I'm not going to force the shield set if I can't get a decent one, but... Okay. Looks like I have a decent one. Do I have anything with accuracy on it? Okay, so we got the shield set. Now we need... Actually, I still haven't got a single perception set boots with speed as the main stat. Like, it's really frustrating. Okay, so we want a weapon that has accuracy on it. More accuracy than... Okay, if I can like double roll accuracy on this piece. Heyo. Come to daddy. I'll take it. So we only got 98. That should be enough for this low level, I think. Yeah, the fact that he doesn't need books is going to make this great. And as a bonus, he can place Weaken. Real quick, let me refresh these, and I'll come back and actually look for fights when I am ready to grab a new refill. Alright, let's try this out. So, out with him. Now remember, that Armiger was wearing an accuracy chest, so he was particularly squishy. This one's got a shield set with HP chest, HP gloves. So that should help everybody stay alive a little bit longer. I don't think they make accuracy boots. They can do accuracy on the chest. Do you mean like an accuracy... Oh, you probably mean accuracy set boots. Yeah. If this doesn't work, I'll... God. Cranky. What was his speed? I looked at his accuracy. What is his speed? 170. Okay, that's not bad. That's like about... Maybe I have some accuracy set boots that are already like leveled up on somebody. War Maiden. Okay, this guy is just for Faction Wars right now. And it gives me 5 more speed. Alright, we'll do that. I'll have to remember to replace those later, though. I'll probably forget. Okay. Good call, Icky Ray. Teamwork. Alright, I'm just gonna do it on manual. I don't want anyone to die, and I'm tired of wasting energy already. Alright, so these gals here are trouble. Trouble, trouble. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. Oh. Lying on the cold hard. Sorry. I think this might be where the limit is. Yes, that is true. Especially accuracy set and speed set, perception set. There's a lot of really good sets when you're low level. Hopefully I can provoke this guy. Nice. Oh, they already have decreased defense. Man. The fact that my whole team is like Spirit Affinity is rough. Okay, okay. We're doing like the Bee Gees. We're staying alive. It's getting sketchy. I don't know if I could... This might be my limit until I... Like... Okay, he's in a shield set. Okay. I guess it just ran out from taking turns. It's also probably not that big. He's only got, what, like 15k HP? So it's a 5,000 HP shield. Trying to think of what else I could do. Aside from... I don't want a 6-star Armiger right now, because that's... CVC is in 3 days, and that's a ton of CVC points. to miss out on. Again, and I could book Torux, but again, that's a ton of CVC points to miss out on. I'm trying to think of what else I could do. Maybe instead of trying to crowd control with Torux... No, I need him to get the shield down. Never mind. That's not a good idea. Maybe... Maybe I can... try Soul Bond. She's got the AoE A1, but she's weak affinity for this stage, so it's probably actually not... Alright, I'll try a couple more times. Before I do that, let me check out this arena pages. I just remembered. I need to make sure that this... Okay. The first week that I did the WoW soundtrack, I forgot to put it on repeat, and then the Skyrim soundtrack started to play. And even though it was the authentic Skyrim soundtrack, some artist called Video Game Music Box, who happens to do a cover of the Skyrim soundtrack in the style of Music Box, did a copyright claim against my video. Even though it wasn't their song, it was the Skyrim song. So I had to mute that part of my live stream. So those blood-sucking bastards couldn't siphon money off of me. And it's only like, I don't even make that much off my live streams anyway, so, like, I don't know. Like, on average, I might make $1 per live stream. So it's like, you're stealing pennies from someone who's earning pennies. I don't know. Why even bother? And it wasn't even their song, so it was, like, even more frustrating. So now there's just, like, a random minute-and-a-half clip of that live stream that's muted. Just because somebody tried to steal from me. Hey, what's up, Slacker? Right now I'm trying to progress through Fire Knight. When we started off tonight, we were stuck on 10. So we pushed through 11, 12, 13, 14, and now we're stuck on 15 because the affinity is kind of rough. Like, my whole team is basically my whole... The key components of my team, I guess I should say, are all Spirit Affinity. So because this stage is magic, it makes it particularly difficult. So yeah, like weak hit means that no turn meter reduction. This is why I like Stitch Beast, and why I was... So only one provoke there. From Torux, so it's really rough. So no crowd control. It's one of these things where, like, if I just bang my head against the wall enough, eventually I'll get that one perfect run. See, another weak hit, so no turn meter reduction. Let's see if we can place weaken on somebody. No. Weak hit. The provoke set on Longsword Torux has been quite clutch, actually. If this Ray gets a turn, my Armorer dies. So we did get the turn meter reduction there. But I can't... Even if she has an AoE A1, so even if I provoke her, it's not enough. I have to kill her, or turn meter reduce her, or... yeah. And I can't... Unfortunately, I can't fit... Maybe I can. Could I fit a Reliquary Tender in here? Maybe I take out War Maiden, which is going to suck, because no decreased defense means it's going to take longer. But if someone dies, I think we'll just try this. If somebody dies, then Reliquary can pick him back up. So the fights are going to take longer, obviously, because we don't have decreased defense, but this is a much lower risk setup. Just... Especially with two, like, super squish dudes on my team. Like, Armiger is only 5-star. Yeah, there we go. It's gonna take an hour to clear the dungeon, but hey, we'll get there eventually. And that gives Torx a little bit of healing, since he's taking all the brunt of the damage. Also, I don't have very good provoke gear, so my Torx is wearing flat HP gloves, so he's quite a bit squishier than he ought to be as well. Now he doesn't even need to provoke, he's just affinity tanking at this point. Just because he's lower HP than Haikatoon, and now he's dead. Yeah, that Ray is rough. She hits really hard. I think she has increased damage multipliers if the enemy is under debuffs or something. Let me look her up real quick. All this is... Yeah, she hits very hard. Reliquary Tender doing more than her fair share so far. Where's she at? There, I got her. Okay. Let's see. So her A1 has a 2.5 times attack, and it places decreased defense. I'll start with her A3, because that's the one that hit us really hard. Attacks all enemies, removes all buffs, has a 50% chance of placing freeze for 1 turn. And that's a 5.3 times attack damage multiplier on an AoE, which is very strong. And then her A2, attacks all enemies, inflicts 50% more damage against targets under debuffs. So it's got a 4.3 times attack multiplier, and then if the target is debuffed, then it deals 50% more damage. Alright, Jesus is going to take the wheel for a sec. Get rid of that. Man, I wish I had Cold Heart. Unfortunately, I don't. Do I try to kill this guy? I bet I... Yeah. Oh, no. Don't get a turn. Okay. I'm going to save the heal because Stitch Beast will... Oh! Clutch! Turn meter reduction. Okay. Let's get Longsword Torx up. And then we'll get her back to her turn meter. Oh, he landed the weaken. Nice. And now we'll do the heal. Alright. Now I'm going to hit auto, because this is going to be a nightmare. Oh, 3 provokes. Not bad. Nice. Another provoke. Let's focus Ray, because she's... I mean, these side... Whoever... I think her name was like Magus or something like that. Yeah, pretty sure it's Magus. She does some pretty heavy damage, too. Armiger's up just in time to get slapped. Just to get his booty spanked. Resisted. Dang. It didn't weak hit. He just got resisted. That's a bummer. Ah! Nuts. As painfully slow as this is, luckily I'm not trying to farm this stage, so... My Haikatoon is actually built super tanky. And she's... Oh, okay, I was going to say she's going to be the target of enemy attacks, but... Not while Stitched Beast is alive. I want to make sure that Reliquary revives Torx. So we still got two more of her turns to go before... Okay, because he's the tankiest of the 3 that are dead. which means he's the least likely to flop over dead again. So, try to get Torx on his feet. Oh, nuts. Let's focus her. She seems to... I mean, the Tayrells are bad, but... Oh, dang it. I should have... tried to get Torx up there. I misjudged how many turns she had taken. See if we can push back the turn meter of Tayrell. Nope, weak hit. Okay, 2 more turns. 1, 2. I kind of need to cleanse and heal Haikatune or she's gonna die. Alright, now we'll try to pick up Torx. This one's gonna... Hopefully we can provoke. No such luck. Nuts. This sucks. Dang. If I was... Man, the affinity is just such a huge... like... issue here. Oh, man, he is just getting wrecked. Let's see if I can put Leech on this one. Oh, we provoked him at least. I'm gonna keep the 3 alive, or at least try to. The never-ending tag arena match. Yeah, I've been there before too. Dang. I don't know if I want to bother reviving because they're just gonna get smacked by Tayrell. Yeah, I should have known. Yeah, I mean, obviously if they were level 60, it would be much easier, but once I get over this hump of being bad affinity, it should get relatively easy again. It's just the affinity right now is... And my Armiger and my Stitch Beast are dead. And I don't think I'm going to have enough time to revive them before I get to the boss. No. I really don't want to invest any more resources. Is it possible? That takes off 3. This is a 2-hitter. Am I gonna do this? I didn't know if I should cleanse the decreased speed off, or if I should. Okay. If you didn't know, if there's 1 hit left on the Fire Knight's shield and you're doing a turn meter reduction effect that also does damage, like this one attacks 1 enemy, this will knock the shield down and reduce the turn meter. So we're not out of it yet. Please place decreased speed. We did not. Haikatune really needs to place... I don't know what's more. Probably trying to place decreased speed. Damn it. She really needed to place decreased speed there. Like, she got 3 chances to do it and whiffed all 3 times. That's really rough. I don't think I'm gonna... Man! And it's off cooldown. That would have worked! Hey, take care, Jay. Thanks for hanging out, man. I think if I could have got the decreased speed on the Fire Knight, this would have been fine. That's such a bummer. I mean, it's not over yet. I can still keep trying. It's just, I gotta... Okay. Knock 3 charges off like that. Bam. And nobody took decreased speed this time around. I don't know if I'm going to be able to... Wait. Oh, the timing is off. This gets the shield down. Maybe I can reduce the turn meter? No? Damn it. Alright, frick. Yeah, I don't know. I might be wasting my time here. I might. I think I would have needed the revive there. Honestly. Yeah, alright. I don't think I'm going to get this. It was really close. Like, if Haikutun would have placed the decreased speed on her A1, I think I could have got it. Because Reliquary was coming back around to her revive, which means I would have been able to pick up Armiger. That was very close. I think it's close enough that I should try one more time. But I'm going to check my arenas first. That was a 13-minute run, so this should be up. Oh, man. I think bringing in Reliquary was definitely the correct thing to do. I think it's just a matter of... Can I get the timing right on the skills? Am I going to get... You know, do I weak hit when I'm trying to place decreased speed? Like, all those things. All those little, like, RNG moments. And if I can keep Stitch Beast and Armiger from dying during the waves... Like, this is where, like, Gnarhorn would be really good over Torux, because Torux is weak hitting when he's trying to place the Provoke, and his chance of placing Provoke isn't as high. Okay. Alright, let's go again. So if we can just get good, I'm just gonna hit auto because I'm not gonna manual this whole thing. But if we can get good RNG with Torux, okay, just attack this one. Also Ray, I don't even know what to attack. Like, These maggots seem to hit really hard. Ray hits really hard. No, not turn meter reducing that one because we weak hit. Not provoking it. That just about drained my armor. See if we can turn meter control Ray or provoke her. Her A1 doesn't hit that hard. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's not the end of the world. I forgot we have a reviver. I think we just need to stay on Ray. Nope. Okay. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to like distribute debuffs where I can. Like if Haikatoon could just start placing decreased speed on everybody. Not a single provoke there. It's really rough. I don't know, man. I think this is going to be my last attempt. Ooh, nice. We got good provokes there. Hold on. If we can provoke set A1. Nice. I'm not going to revive yet because they're just going to die. Just kind of evaluating who's got the highest turn meter. Probably kill this guy. Not quite. See if we can provoke Ray. Nice. And if I can provoke... Okay. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to revive now. They'll just die on the next wave. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I should wait until there's like a couple enemies left on the next wave before I try to start reviving. Because I don't want it to go on cooldown. I don't know. This is pretty rough. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that I need. AoE stun would be great. But, you know, due to the nature of the Rares Only Plus challenge, I don't even know if there's a single AoE stun rare champion in the game. I'd have to look into that. Okay, we got that provoke at least. We got decreased speed on Tyrell. That's pretty good. We re-provoked with the counterattack. Oh, wait. I was hoping to provoke that one, too. Decreased defense is not good. I was hoping for a provoke, honestly. Yikes. Only one provoke. Ah, man. Torux, because he can actually take a hit. See if we can get decreased speed out. Nice. For 3 turns, too. Not bad. Yeah, the problem is I don't have a single piece of stun gear on my account. So I could build Soulbond Bowyer, but I haven't farmed any Fire Knight, so I don't have a stun set. So, but yeah, that's not a bad idea. I don't have the gear to do that right now, unfortunately. I'm doing my best with what I got at the moment. See if we can get decreased speed. No, we did not. AoE turn meter reduction, hopefully. We got a couple of them. Maybe I can get, what's her name? Reliquary Tender does decreased attack on our A1 sometimes. It's a small version. I think, man, this is rough. Yeah, it happens. No big deal. Ms. Record. I don't know who Ms. Record is. Is that a champion? I'm getting cranky. I don't know. Yeah, there's no way. 2 more turns until I get a revive off. She's gonna revive Haikatoon. Man, this is just too much right now. I think I'm at my match in Fire Knight for the time being. That's funny. Thought the set just appeared in your inventory during fusions. I mean, it kind of does in a way. Yeah, I think we reached our limit, but you know, we did good. We cleared 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Now we can do 14 instead of 10. So, or I guess that's 5, isn't it? We were on 10, but now we can do 14. I wonder if this would be full auto if I do a setup. I'm gonna do first choice so he doesn't use it before it's too, he doesn't use it too soon. Bannerlords. Bannerlords 5% turn meter. I'm gonna try 14 auto, see what happens. If I can farm 14 on full auto, I'll be pretty happy. Why would he use his turn meter reduction on the enemy who had the lowest turn meter? That was really stupid. What an idiot! Bad dog. Oh, well now he's dead. Okay, that's not gonna happen. I don't know if I could auto any of these stages right now. But yeah, if you look here, go to sets. Let's look for stun set. I don't think I have a single piece of stun set on my entire account. No, I don't. Yeah, so, I mean, eventually, Soulbond Bowyer and a stun set, obviously that'll be really great, but I just don't have it right now. And even my provoke set on Torx, like these are the gloves I'm wearing. It's not the best, but we got defense percentage, chest, speed on the boots. Halfway decent perception set, and accuracy, crit rate. He's really slow. He's only I guess 175 isn't bad, but maybe I can. Oh, I don't have any silver. Yeah. Okay. Well. I think that's going to do it for the Fire Knight push. Because I can keep banging my head against it and keep wasting energy, and maybe I'll get a good run and get super lucky. But right now, I just don't feel like doing that. I don't have the energy for that. So I'm going to use the rest of my energy to farm Minotaur. To try to finish getting masteries for Grave Chill Killer and Frozen Banshee. Something I could do to speed this up would be to take out one of them, so one of them can get War Master faster. That rhymes. Um, so I might do that. I think Gravechill Killer is closer than Frozen Banshee at the moment, so this will get a War Master on my team sooner. And then once Gravechill has War Master, then I can take Gravechill out and put Frozen Banshee back in. Alright. I didn't get as high as I hoped I would in Fire Knight today, but we definitely made progress, and that's all you could hope for. I think I might have to 5-star Stitched Beast and 6-star Armiger before I'm able to make it any further. So I'll probably do that during CVC, because farming campaign is the only thing I can do that's worth any points in CVC. So, and also I'm going to book Longsword Torux, which will increase his chance to place Provoke, so that could help a bit too. So there's some things I could do. There's some dials I could turn. But yeah, I've spent so much energy farming campaign on this account. I have a ton of like 6 stars, but I don't have any gear. So I really want to shift the focus towards farming gear. The problem is my clan takes CVC very seriously, and I want to contribute and do my part because I'm such a low level account. If I don't put up points, then I feel like I'm not helping them. So I feel peer pressure to like do champ training during CVC, and then every time there's a champ training event that has a legendary book at the end, I want to get that because I'm going to have Drexthar, Yakarl the Scourge, Sill of the Drakes, Vizix, all the there's a ton of them, ton of legendaries that I'm going to build on this account. So I want to make sure I've got books for them. And I think I might get like 2 or 3 a month from Clan Boss. I actually have... I used to track my Clan Boss drops. So let me look at those and look at my... On average, see what I would get from Nightmare every month. I haven't tracked it in a long time. But... this one, okay. So February 23rd, 2023 was the last time I updated this. So obviously I haven't been tracking it in a while. But I quit in that February, I think. So let's go back to January. So January 2023, I got 3 legendary books from Nightmare Clan Boss. December, I got 1 legendary book from Clan Boss that month. So 4 in 2 months. Holy moly. I got 5 in November. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 in 4 months. That seems high. And 4 from... Wait. Oh, there's a gap here because I quit playing. Let's see. So 5 in November, and then it goes to August. So I quit playing between August and November. I rage quit this game a lot, it seems. 5 legendary books from Nightmare in August, 4 legendary books from September, 4. So it looks like I get about 4 a month. Sometimes less, sometimes more. I think 3 is probably fair. So if I'm getting 3 a month from Nightmare, I feel like I probably don't necessarily need to push quite as hard for these champ training event books. But I don't know. It just feels like it's too much value to leave sitting on the table. So I feel obligated to chase the legendary books. However, Yakarl can actually be run without books, because his A2 will drop it always drops 100% turn meter, or it steals 100% turn meter whether he's booked or not. So Yakarl can, and you don't get increased chance to freeze on his A3 with books either. The only thing you're getting is cooldown reduction and increased chance to place speed on his decreased speed on his A2. So he is better with books, but you don't need them. I can probably get through Dune Tower normal with Yakarl unbooked. In fact, I have a Scarab King floor 110 guide using Yakarl the Scourge that I did on my last account. So I don't need to book Yakarl right away. And Drexthar can be ran unbooked as well. He's better with books, but I won't need to book him right away. I feel like by the time I get Vizix, hopefully I'll be on Ultra Nightmare. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know, man. It just... What sucks is, like, there's so much value to be gained from booking my legendary champions. And a lot of these champions that I get are going to be, like, front-loaded on my account. Actually, something I just realized, I was thinking about it, I was like, man, I'm not going to have any solo dungeon champions. And then I realized Gerda Bogbrew will actually be a great dungeon solo champion for this account. I think she's a lot better than people give her credit for. And actually, after this run, we'll look at her kit and I'll explain why. But I actually think, low-key, Gerda Bogbrew is going to be nuts for me on this account. And she's actually... I get her pretty late in the game. So... But, like... It's going to be, like... Drexthar... Yakarl... Sill of the Drakes... Vizix... Like, bam, 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 bam. And then it's going to be chill for a while. And then there's a few more that'll trickle in that I'll want to book too. But yeah, I think, I don't know. I'm gonna have to really stop and like evaluate it. But since like champion training is something I kind of need to do anyway, it doesn't really make sense to skip the events, especially when there's legendary books at the end. I don't know, man. I need to spend more time pondering it. But let's look at Gerda Bogbrew really quick, and I'll tell you why I think she's underrated, severely underrated. Oh, I forgot to look at Misrecord too. That's sorry. You said Bannerlords rare? Misrecord. I've probably used her as food. 15% decrease. That's not bad. I don't know if that's what I'm looking for. Oh, it does remind me though. I have another Fire Knight secret weapon too. I totally forgot about. I pulled her super early on, and I've been holding on to her ever since. Waiting for her moment to shine. Is she already out of my vault? I should have a life taker somewhere. Life. What? Maybe it's not. Oh, it's one word. Okay. So, she is a 3-hitter. Each hit has a 50% chance of reducing the turn meter by 10%. And she can place decreased speed. She got a 2-hitter A1. I totally forgot about her. Maybe we take out armor. Well, she's only level... I'd have to rank her up. Maybe I'll level her up to like 4 or 5 star this CVC. And then we'll try Fire Knight again next weekend. But I've been holding on to her the entire time thinking this is going to be my secret weapon for Fire Knight, getting past those Magic Affinity stages. She's got the heal reduction A1 as well. Yeah, how about that? Okay, so I don't think I'm going to use Misericord, but thank you for reminding me because that made me think of her. Okay, Gerda Bogbrew. Why I think she's criminally underrated. And why I'm going to use her as a dungeon solo champion when I get her. I think a reason a lot of people are turned off by her, other than her hideous appearance, is this weird anti-synergy between her A2 and her A3. So her A2 reads, attacks all enemies, when booked has a 100% chance of placing a 25% weaken for 2 turns. After attacking, has a 100% chance of placing 2 5% poison debuffs on all enemies without weaken debuffs. These poison debuffs cannot be blocked or resisted. Okay, they can't be blocked or resisted. That means that can go through Stone Skin. Okay, so there's that. But furthermore, just for a second, let's just pretend that the second paragraph doesn't exist. Let's just pretend all it says is attacks all enemies, has a 100% chance of placing 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns. If that's all it said, no one would question anything. Be like, oh, that's kind of cool. Then you look at her A3, has a 100% chance of removing 1 random buff from all enemies, which could potentially strip Stone Skin. Or not, whatever. But ignoring that, then has a 100% chance of placing 2 5% poison debuffs on all enemies for 2 turns. Also removes 2 random debuffs from all allies. So she's an AoE poisoner, and then she places an AoE weaken. And then when she attacks with her A1, has a 60% chance of applying a debuff spread effect, taking 1 random debuff from the target and placing it on all enemies under weaken. And then decreases the target's turn meter by 10% if they're not under any debuffs. So she does a AoE poisons, AoE weaken, and then spreads more poisons to more enemies. So it's almost as if she has an AoE poison on her A1 as well. That's really, really good. So I think the reason why people get bugged out is because they think that you should forego building accuracy so that when you don't place weaken, you can place poisons. But if you're not building accuracy, then you're not placing the poisons on your A3. But if you wanted to go that route, you could just turn off the A3, do no accuracy for the A2, and focus on building resistance. And then you could still have her use this to solo dungeons. So either way, it's a win-win. But I'm actually really excited for her. And whenever an enemy receives a debuff, their turn meter is decreased by 3%. So I think she's going to be an insanely good dungeon solo farmer for me on this account, particularly for Dragon 20. But I don't know if she'll be able to do Ice Golem 20 because she's weak affinity. But maybe 25. And I don't think she'll be able to do Spider either. But definitely she'll be able to do Dragon 20. So that's really cool. And if I can't build enough accuracy and enough resistance, I could just forego accuracy altogether and just build resistance, and I'll still get the AoE poisons on her A2 because I won't have enough accuracy. So I think she's going to be great. And Drex, yeah, that's another good point, Icky Ray. Drex could potentially be a solo farmer too. I know Ash did a video where he was using Drexthar to solo stage 25 Ice Golem. That's insane. I mean, obviously I'll need the gear, but the fact that, so yeah, between Drex and Gerda, I think I'm gonna have a good solo champ eventually. But that's a really long way off. Because it's I think the first one you get is Cleopteryx, and then it's an Epic, and then it's Gerda Bogbrew, maybe? I don't remember. But it's so far away. Okay, let me refresh my arena pages, and we'll jump back into Minotaur to finish those masteries. I don't think I'm going to beat 100k power fully awakened Arbiter, so let's just do this one. Yeah, I'm definitely in the camp of Gerda is much better than people give her credit for. I think she's super underrated. I think what a lot of people do is they assume because the champion's free, the champion is bad. And the reason they have this assumption is because, well, it's either an assumption or it's just a knee-jerk reaction. Especially if a player spends a ton of money on this game, they don't want to feel like their purchases have been invalidated. So they talk crap on all the free champions because they don't want to feel like they've wasted their money. Which is, I get it. You know, like I understand that psychology, but it's not really healthy. Because I remember when they first announced Ninja, there were tons of people like talking crap saying Ninja was going to be garbage, and I'm like, are you people insane? This guy is nuts. But yeah, like, and I'm assuming they were just saying that because he was going to be a free champion, and they didn't want to feel like all the money they spent was invalidated because they're going to get this really good thing for free. 18 months? Ugh. Yikes. I mean, we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. I'm having a lot of fun with this series. And because I'm doing the series on YouTube, it motivates me to want to, like, make it. I'm highly motivated to make progression every week so I have something exciting to share with you guys in terms of updates. Yeah, I think that's right, Glennis. It's what they call copium in the MMORPG world. They're just trying to cope. They're high on copium, so they tell themselves that all the free champions are bad. But I'm making this series to prove that the free champions are good and that you can beat the game with them. That's the whole point of the Rares Only Plus challenge. I want it to be entertaining and educational and relatable. Wait, I passed you? Passed you where? That's a good point too, Icky Ray. If you're watching and you don't have chat open, Icky Ray says, I think Gerda is underrated just due to how long she takes to get. Most people have their dungeon farming figured out already, so she's not worth the resources to build at that point. That could be true. We'll see. You know, I mean, I know that I won't use any legendaries that I pull from shards. However, if I happen to pull someone like a Bad Alcazar, or there's probably going to be a really good fusion champion between now and then too. I don't know. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. But I don't think she's a bad champion. And if you happen to be in a position where you don't have a solo farm champion, which is a position I'm likely to be in, I think she'll be quite good. Oh, in most things? Aw. Well, hey, that's why I'm doing this guide. You know, or this series. To kind of help teach people the direction to take. Like, High Katoon has been one of the hardest carries on my account. Shield Guard has been a very hard carry for me. And then, in terms of Clan Boss, I got pretty lucky with Gravechill Killer, Frozen Banshee, and Coffin Smasher. Those are, like, kind of best in slot Clan Boss rares. But, you know. Also, don't feel bad if I've passed you in terms of your progression, because I went into this series with like 4 years worth of knowledge in this game, so I was already at a huge advantage if you're new. So like, don't feel bad. Just kind of keep an eye on what I'm doing, and if you're not doing something that you see that I have done, you know, think about that. Like, oh, well, he's got a speed champion. Maybe I should build a speed champion. Or, well, he's got a really nice support healer and Reliquary Tender. Even if you don't have Reliquary Tender, maybe, you know, like, look for that champion who can help keep your team alive. You know, whether that's a Stag Knight to do AoE decreased defense, or, you know, like a Rearguard Sergeant to do an AoE decreased attack with an ally protection, and, you know, you just, you know, little things like that. Like, High Katoon, like, if you don't have Deacon Armstrong, High Katoon is an insanely powerful epic. I mean, she's still, even if you have Deacon, she's still insanely powerful, but I think Deacon is better, so I wouldn't build High Katoon if you have Deacon. But if you don't have Deacon, or a legendary speed champion like Lysandra, Lady Kimmy, or what's his name? Not Nekmothar. Someone in that same vein, where they're like doing turn meter boosts, increased speed buff, etc. Decrease speed on the enemies, AoE like turn meter pushback. If you don't have a champion like a legendary champion who can do all those things, or Deacon Armstrong, you should build your Haikatoon. She's a very hard carry. Like, she's the reason I'm at where I'm at in Clan Boss. All the extra turns that she's giving me it adds like several million damage to my Clan Boss runs. More turns means more damage. And I'm using War Maiden as my AoE decreased defense champion. That doesn't necessarily mean you should build War Maiden, but having a AoE decreased defense champion is really important too. But that's where Deacon Armstrong comes in if you have him. So he's your speed champion and your decreased defense champion. He's like insanely OP. I think he in my opinion, he's the best epic in the game. Sorry, Geomancer. Hot take. Geomancer's great too. You've got something I want. Who do you have? You got some nice shiny rares. Who do I want? I would want Myrmidon and Gnarlhorn and what's her name? The Dark Elf. Why Coldheart? There we go. Yeah, Jay Pickens. That's a really good point. Like. Yeah, Deacon is basically Haikatoon and War Maiden stapled together. And because he takes an extra turn after he does his turn meter boost and then does a decreased defense, you're not sacrificing anything. You're getting the best of both worlds with zero compromise. It's insane. That's a really good idea. How far in were you when you reset? So you restarted to get the Deacon promo code. That's a good idea. If you got the, what's his name? Mordecai one, it's not terrible because AoE HP burns are good too. But Deacon is just so damn good. Oh, yeah. Ugo. See there's your decreased defense champion, Ugo. So if you still don't have an AoE decreased defense champion, Ugo is great. And she does cleansing and healing, so she would kind of be like, on my team, it'd be like Reliquary Tender plus War Maiden all at the same time. So that's still like a 2-for-1 champion. So it's not quite as good as Deacon, but she still is like, and she's doing block buffs, which is great for Hydra too, specifically. Yeah, Drexlar and Syl are great as well. And Syl, again, that's more healing, crowd control, Drexlar's crowd control, AoE decreased attack, HP burns. Yeah, those are some great champions. Oh, I see. Melga, huh? Okay. She's pretty good too. Oh, yes. Sun Wukong is nuts. Yeah. Ugh. I think another place that Soulbond Bowyer is potentially going to be really good for me is Live Arena. Like, the fact that her A2 ignores 75% of the enemy's defense means I could just, like, just take someone out. That's gonna be good. I don't feel like fighting that guy. I mean, it doesn't block revive, so it's not a permanent solution to Sun Wukong, but, you know, it'll take somebody out of the fight. Oh yeah, I remember you telling me you pulled Drexlar. That's nice. If I pulled Drexlar, I don't know if I would use the one that I pulled. I think that would, in terms of like the whole point of the series is to try to create content that's like relatable to people. So if I start using my Drexlar ahead of schedule, then I feel like it would kind of be counterintuitive to that. So I would save him for Faction Guardians, though. I wouldn't use my extra Drexar as like a chicken. Pulled Gorlos. Who is Gorlos? That sounds familiar. I can't picture him in my head. What faction are they from? Actually, hold on. I can look it up on hellhades.com. Just kidding. Gorlos. Why does that... It sound like I can... It... Oh, Gorlos! I see. Yeah. Okay. I get him and another champion confused, like the Shadowkin guy. So AoE decreased defense. Oh, okay. HP burn and decreased accuracy for 3 turns. Fills this champion's turn meter by 20% if the attack is critical. Interesting. Takes one enemy 2 times. Sure. Oh, interesting. Yeah, he's not bad. Be really sweet if that was an AoE HP burn, though. I think people use him alongside Mother Sybil to duo Sanddevil 25, if I'm not mistaken. So he's like, he's got some nice niche endgame utility. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, nice. Not bad, not bad. I think he's defense-based, isn't he? I forgot to look. I feel like his damage scales off defense. I already exited out. I don't feel like looking it up again. Oh, you guys want to see something cool? Once, this time of year, every year, I get a bonus check from work. It's called profit sharing bonus. And this year, I bought a new PC, a new desk, a couple new monitors, basically got a whole new gaming setup. I've got everything set up so far except for the PC itself because it has not arrived yet. So this computer that I'm currently using, my wife and I share it. But now I'm going to have my own PC that I don't have to share, and it's just going to be all mine. So I'm going to pull back this curtain behind me and give you guys a sneak peek at what my new gaming setup looks like, or is going to look like. Okay, so can I... Oh, the cursor gets hidden. Okay, so I've got 2 monitors, and that's my daughter's beautiful artwork on the wall. I got 2 monitors set up right here. And then I got a Corsair gaming keyboard and a Corsair gaming mouse. This chair actually sucks, and I hate it. It's the most uncomfortable chair I've ever sat in my life. I'd rather sit on the floor. So I need to buy a butt pad for this chair. But the desk actually... I know it's stupid and extra, but I'm really excited about it. I think it looks really cool. And the keyboard and the mouse light up too, so I'm going to make everything glow purple. And the PC is going to sit basically right behind where the chair's at. And I'm going to have, it has RBG in it too, so I'm going to, basically everything's going to be glowing purple when I'm done. But the PC should arrive sometime next week. And if it doesn't, it should be here by next Monday. So fingers crossed, I'll be able to stream from my new computer next weekend. But I need to work on the cable management too. That looks kind of crappy. I need to get some cable ties and make that look nice and neat. But that's where we're at right now. I'm so excited, dude. You have no idea. So yeah, that's what my profit sharing bonus got spent on. Um, Most of it anyway. I didn't spend all of it, but oh, I'm so excited. My daughter's excited too because I recently started playing Minecraft. And now that we're gonna have two computers, she and I can play Minecraft together. So I'm actually looking forward to that too, because I'm at a point in Minecraft where like I discovered this huge like underground cave area, and I want to explore it. But I'm like, well, wouldn't it be more fun to explore this with my daughter? So I haven't been playing because I'm like waiting. Like I don't want to do all the exploring without her. You know, that's no fun. Oh, I just realized why I'm having such a hard time finding arena matches. There's a tournament. Anytime there's an arena tournament coming up, I always have a hard time finding matches until after the arena tournament starts. I think there's an arena tournament that starts in a couple hours. I'll never know because it's not loading. Yeah, hopefully the shipping doesn't get delayed too much. I got a email on Tuesday saying they had begun production on it. It's a custom build, so I picked out all the pieces. Yeah, so 2.5 hours before the start, so that's why. I noticed that pattern every time there's an arena tournament, whether it's classic or tag. I always leading up to it, I have a hard time finding matches. So hopefully once the arena tournament starts, people will start putting up easier defenses and I can get some matches. Yeah, super stoked for that. I got a RTX 4070 Ti Super, and for my GPU, and then for my processor, I got a Ryzen 9 7900 with 32 gigabytes of RAM, which is probably overkill for what I need in terms of gaming, but I'm really looking forward to trying to learn Adobe After Effects, which is like video editing software. It's basically like Photoshop, but for video. And it's a lot more powerful than the video editing software I'm currently using. And it's going to take a lot of processing power to render the special effects and stuff. So I'm excited to play around with that. And hopefully it'll make my YouTube videos a little bit better once I, learn how to use it. I've got to, it's this steep learning curve. But I'm looking forward to the challenge. Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, the arena reset. Yeah, nobody wants to get bumped down. Well, that's not till tomorrow, isn't it? I think it's tomorrow. But yeah, you're right too. Like that's coming up, so nobody wants to downrank for arena reset. That's true. So probably the combination of the two factors. So I was looking at the requirements to become an official Raid Shadow Legends content creator. And to be a tier 1 creator, you need 1,000 subscribers, which I have. I've got a little over 2,000, so I'm good there. But I need at least 3,000 views a week, and I'm coming up short there. I'm currently averaging about 2,500. So I need to come up with a way to get like 500 more views a week, and then I can get into the content creator program. Which I'm not really like, you get like in-game rewards. I'm not concerned about that. I just think it would be cool to be in the content creator chat to make it easier for me to like collab with other content creators. Oh, I need to do this. Oh my goodness, let's get this done real quick. Okay, my Fire Knight crew. I'll let my daughter know that you guys appreciate her artwork. She'll be happy to hear that. Oh, she's awake. Hey, come here, Quinny. You want to say hi? You're up late. It's 1:30 in the morning. You want to say hi? They saw your artwork on the wall and they liked it, see? They like your art. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Am I talking too loud? Did I wake you up? No? Okay. Do you want to go back to bed? No? Well, if you can find the remote, you can watch TV and lay down on the couch if you want. Maybe you'll fall asleep. But it's 1 in the morning. You can't be just walking around like a sleepy baby. Why don't you go watch TV? You want to take a shower first? Okay. There's towels in the dryer. Do you need help turning the water on? No? Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for subscribing. Hopefully they'll show up now. Yeah. It's interesting that I've seen you in the... You can slam it. That's fine. There you go. She's trying to be quiet, but the dryer door wouldn't shut. Yeah, it's weird that you've seen my live streams, but not my videos. Well, thank you for subscribing. Now, hopefully, the videos will start appearing in your feed. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really close to qualifying for the content creator program. Like if I can just get like 500 more views a week, I could try uploading 2 videos a week and a live stream, but honestly that's just too stressful. It's not worth it at that point. Like I need time for myself. It's nice to I work 4 days a week and I get 3 days off. So I like to live stream on Saturday, take a day off on Sunday, and then I make my weekly update video on Monday nights. Oh yeah, yeah. Yes, thank you, Glennis. Yeah, hit the like button, guys. All of these things help me a lot. So when people hit the like button, it tells YouTube that what I'm doing is good, and then they put my videos out into the live feeds of more people. So like when people log into YouTube, they're more likely to see my content. It does give me a lot more visibility. Oh, we need to do Faction Wars too. Let's knock this crap out real quick. I tried the Bommel and I got smoked. So I didn't, I gave up on that real quick. So the last rotation was a huge pain in the butt because I couldn't beat stage 2. So what I had to do was take the gear off my Shield Guard and Aethel and put it on my 2 Abyssals, and then beat stage 1 twice in a row, which I had to do on manual. And then once I finished, I have to move the gear back to Shield Guard and Aethel. So it would cost me 600,000 silver just to get this stupid quest done every day. So this rotation has been so much better because I can just auto farm stage 2. It's such a dumb quest for beginners. Like I had to go out of my way and level 2 Abyssals to level 50 just to get it done. It was really annoying. Okay. I'm not going to collect that yet because it'll put me over the cap. I'm going to jump back into Minotaur. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, we made some decent progress in Fire Knight. I was stuck on stage 10. I could beat stage 10, but I couldn't beat 11. So we progressed through 11, 12, 13, and 14, and now we're stuck on stage 15, which is Magic Affinity, I believe. Or maybe it's stuck on 14, that's Magic Affinity. I don't know, whichever one's Magic Affinity, that's where we're stuck. So during CVC, I'm going to do a little bit more champ training, and I'm going to try to maybe 5-star my Stitched Beast, and maybe 5-star my Life Taker and see if the addition of those two to my Fire Knight team will help me progress past 15. And I might even try to 6-star Soulbond Bowyer. I don't know if I'll have an, that's a lot of that's a lot of champ training for a 3-day span, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, Icky Ray, that's a good point. If you don't have chat open, Icky Ray says, this game has a lot of dumb quests, fighting Demon Lord and faction wars with rares, Hydra whenever they littered. Yeah, like... Yeah, the Hydra one is really annoying. And I think it's stupid that I don't get Hydra Clash rewards when I contribute to my... Even though it's not a lot of points, I'm still contributing some points. Like, the fact that there's a cap on... Like, it's so stupid. Especially, there was this one week where the margin by which we actually won was a margin smaller than the amount of points I contributed. So if I didn't put in my keys, we would not have won. I'm not saying I'm the reason we won, but if I hadn't put in my keys, we would not have. So my clan won Hydra Clash by a margin of like 200,000 points, and I put up like 250,000 points at Hydra Clash. So my points made a difference, and I contributed to the win, but I still don't get anything for Hydra Clash until I put up like 30 million points or something stupid like that. Like, what the hell? It makes me just not want to do it. Like, why? I'm not like, why should I bother? It's wasting my time. It's really dumb. You missed my last live stream. Oh, I didn't do a Raid Shadow Legends live stream last weekend. I did a Backpack Battles live stream. It's a game I've been keeping my eye on, and it went into early access, so I wanted to play it. Thank you, I agree. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken... Yeah, I need to put up 35 million points before I could even get any chest from Hydra Clash. So, like, why should I even bother? We're in 4th place right now. But not by too much. If I put in my keys, it'll bump us up to 3rd. See, this is what I'm saying. I can put up enough points to get us into 3rd place. But I don't get any rewards. It's really stupid. Me putting in the effort makes the difference between my entire clan getting rewards or not, but I don't get anything out of it. That's really stupid. I think last week I put up like 350,000 points. So, like 350,000 points is enough to put us in the 3rd place. I mean, I will do my keys. I'm not an asshole. I'm going to do them. It's annoying that I don't get rewarded for it. What other quests did I have? Faction Crypts. All right, let me do this real quick, and we'll get back into Minotaur. Did anyone watch it? I think it's definitely like nothing that I do, or sorry, anything I do that isn't raid will by default not be as popular on my channel because my fan base are Raid Shadow Legends players. That's how I built my channel, was making content for raid. But it did better than my World of Warcraft live streams. Let's see. I got 95 views. So just to put into perspective, the week before that, when I was doing the champion training event, I got 250 views on that one. Actually, here, I'll just show you. I can show you. Oops, I didn't mean to full screen that. So we got 247 on this raid stream. We got 250 on this raid stream. 230, 300. So it's usually about 250. Well, this one got... Oh, this was my first live stream back. No, this was my first live stream back. So I had been not playing Raid for a long time, so I think a lot of people tuned in for this one. And this one. But you compare it to my World of Warcraft live streams, like 34 views, 27 views, 46, 51, you know. So, the backpack battle seems to do pretty well compared to WoW, but nothing, like, my Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year. And honestly, it's the best game I've played in my entire life. But these, 16 views, like none of my fan base is particularly interested in Baldur's Gate 3. At least not when you compare it to Raid. So, I mean, the backpack battles did okay. But nothing will ever do as good as Raid, because my core fan base is our Raid Shadow Legends players. Man, it's I think if you see that's an interesting point, Pickens. Like, if you can put up enough points to get rewarded from the Hydra itself, you should get points for Hydra Clash. Or rewards for Hydra Clash. Man, that's a bummer. Yeah, like there's like 2 or 3 like really hard-hitting Hydra players in my clan. Like my clan leader, his name is Loki. He's been playing the game since it came out. And another clanmate, his name is Slayer Sam. He's been playing for a really long time. He's been in our clan forever. And those 2 are like the 2 biggest Hydra hitters, and they can do some pretty big stuff. We had some other really big Hydra hitters, but it seems like whenever I take a break from the game and stop playing, people start leaving the clan, and then the clan starts to suffer. And during one phase where I quit playing, the clan kind of went downhill hard, and we lost one of our biggest Hydra hitters. He got sniped by another clan. I think he got tired of losing CVCs. His name was Pumpapa. He would do like I don't know. I think he could like solo brutal clan boss almost, or brutal Hydra almost. Like, he was a huge whale. But he left the clan after we went downhill, so that was kind of a bummer. Yeah, I agree. I don't like how... I think if you contribute, you should get rewarded. It's really dumb that that's not the case. But I'm up to 12 legendary books. I just got another one from the advanced quest a couple days ago, so that was nice. Alright. Back to Minotaur. I'm gonna grab a bottle of water. My voice is getting a little dry. Ooh, that's an interesting... I don't think they're gonna release a new faction until they do something really stupid that pisses a lot of people off, and a lot of people start quitting the game, and they start bleeding players, and they're like, uh-oh, we better do something cool, we're losing players. Pull the lever. And then they'll release the fact. Like, they probably already have it figured out, honestly. Like, that's what they do. They wait until everyone in the community is pissed off and they're starting to quit, and then they'll release content to, like, bring everybody back in. That's their strategy. Make horrible decisions that piss off the player base, and then to win them over and get them to forgive you, release new fun content. Only the last few content drops have been really crappy. So Phantom Shogun was stupid, Sand Devil was stupid. I think Iron Twins is cool, but the way they implemented it was really stupid. I can go off on a whole tangent about that, and I will as soon as I get back with my bottle of water. Okay, I'm back. So, in order for my tangent to be fully realized, I'm going to wait for this Minotaur run to be over so I can give you visual aids. Not visual aids, like never mind. I'm not going to give you aids. That's what I was trying to get at. Okay. This is how I think they should have handled Ascension. Forget that this even exists. This is stupid. Pretend it doesn't exist. The only thing that should exist is this box right here, but it should not exist here. They should take this button and move it to here and put it right here. And you click on it just the same way you click on Ascend. Boop. Awaken. Right here. And then when you click on it, the resources pop up right here. Just like they do with this, this. You click on Awaken, and your soul... What are they called? Whatever these things are called. Essence. Soul Essence. You have your soul essences appear at the top right here. And then, so whatever it costs to purchase a 1-star, so like to upgrade, you can just ascend the champion you want, or awaken. So pretend this is awaken. You click awaken, you want to awaken your Aethel, and it costs whatever it costs to buy a perfect 1-star soul. That is the cost to awaken. That's how it should be. You shouldn't have to sit here and wait for weeks or months for the champions you're looking for to pop up in your shop. This is a stupid, time-wasting mechanic. This was designed deliberately to waste our time, to keep players coming back. It's a psychological tactic. The soul stones are neat, but they should be right here. We do not need the Altar of Souls. Everything that's being done with this could have been done better in a way that's more player friendly. But instead they decided to make it as complicated and convoluted as possible. There should just be a button right here. So like right now, for example, I have marked. Okay, so let's say I go in here, I put marked in, I should be able to just pay the soul essence to get her from 0 to 1 star. And then however much it costs to purchase a 2-star split soul, that's how much essence it should cost to ascend her to rank 2 ascension. And you should just be able to do that. If you have the resources, why artificially timegate everything behind this stupid RNG shop? It doesn't make any damn sense. They are deliberately disrespecting the time of the players. Same thing for this. Why do they have a key system? It's to artificially timegate your progress. Why? If I have the energy and I want to spend it in Iron Twins, I should be able to do it. Why are you like, it's so stupid. It annoys the crap out of me. It's like, luckily I'm not on a point on this account where I have to deal with that frustration, which is what kind of makes it fun. But on my old account, it was extremely annoying and extremely frustrating, and I'm offended that they think I'm too stupid not to see it. And the fact that gear ascension is random, like you have no say in what it does, and the fact that they didn't have a way to reset it when the feature launched is stupid. Like, Sand Devil, like, yeah, Sand Devil sucks. Shogun, whatever, the Shogun guy, he sucks. I think Iron Twins is cool. I just think the way they implemented it was stupid. Like, I don't know. And then Lost City of Centranos, is it actually hard, or is it just, like, I don't know. It's not like organically challenging. It's just forced difficulty through restricting the champions that you could use. I don't know. I don't know. A lot of the in-game content is just not that great, in my opinion. I do really like Iron Twins, and I really do like Awakenings. I just think the whole convoluted system around it is deliberately, unnecessarily convoluted. Like, just the way the whole system was implemented is like ridiculous and extremely unfriendly to the players. I don't mind. That's an interesting point, Icky Ray. So he says, in case you don't have chat open, he says, I dislike all the new content. Hard to them just means champion specific, which is terrible. What was great about Doom Tower is that secret rooms weren't necessary. However, if that was something you wanted to accomplish, you can rise to the challenge and do it. The entire, as far as I can tell, every stage of Centranos is basically like a secret room where you're being forced into these restrictions. It's like, I don't know if they fired some of their original game designers, and then people who they hired on that are new don't get what makes the old content good, and they just haven't been able to recapture that magic, or if the people who work there are jaded and they've forgotten how to make the game special, or I don't know what's going on, but it feels like they're slipping. But I think at its core, Rage Shadow Legends is a really good game. Like, I love all the complicated systems like turn meter and speed mechanics, all the quirks with like ally protection. There's some other ones that I was thinking of the other day. I was like, man, this, like, the way that defense works with diminishing returns, like, the more you dive into the depth of this game, like, the more interesting it becomes. And I think at its core, it's a great game. They just, somewhere along the line, they lost the plot. And hopefully they can course correct, because this game has a ton of potential to be a really good game. It just seems like every chance they get, they're making horrible decisions to see how far they can push the game down this road. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a way, like, I think the concept of gear ascension is cool, but the fact that it's random just feels so bad, dude. Like, you have, let's say you have this awesome, like, crit damage glove from the Savage set with, like, a triple crit rate roll and a speed roll, and it's like, this is a god tier piece, and you go to ascend it and it gets flat HP. Like, what? Now it's like a trash piece of gear. It's not, but it is, right? Like, it like ruined the piece, or at least it feels like it ruined the piece. And I know they have that essence, chaos, whatever it's called, I don't know. That's a new feature that didn't exist. Like, for those of you who don't know, I played for a long time, I got frustrated with the game and I quit, and now I'm back with this new account. So I don't know what the I forget what that ascension fixing dust is called. But the fact, like, I don't know, man. The fact that you can't choose... I actually had... Whose piece of gear was it? I ascended someone's gear, and I got, like, a really stupid ascension, and it pissed me off. Was it this one? Yeah, flat attack. Like, I would have been happy with accuracy. I would have been happy with defense or HP percentage. Like... Attack percentage is decent, but, like, speed is... Obviously, I would want speed. I don't know. It's like... Why? Like... It's just such a feels-bad system. Where do you... Chaos Dust. So this is an extremely scarce resource. The only way you can farm it is if you can clear stage 25. Am I right? I might be wrong on that. No! You can get 1 to 3, so you can farm it if you can do 25. So basically, all early game players are just completely hosed. Like, the only way to get it is from completing events It's just such a feels bad system. I don't know, man. I'm I don't know. I'm not a game designer. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing a pretty good job of picking up Altar of Soul resources from events where I can. Like, I can't farm Iron Twins. But, you know, I've got a fair amount of resources. I'm turning all of my coins into essence, because if you didn't know, this is the best way to do it. This is the most efficient use of your coins. Like, these small coins could only be used to purchase stones, so you might as well buy the stones with the small coins. But for your gold and, like, you know, your mid and upper tier coins, always buy essence. Just trust me, it's better. I did the math. Like, yeah, it's just better to do it this way. But yeah, I've gotten a fair amount. I forgot. So yeah, I've got 12 of the small, or no, 52 of the small essence and 13 of the big. So I've got plenty. I'm gonna keep buying souls for my clan boss team, and then I'll start branching out from there. Yeah. That's a really good point, Jay Pickens. So what he's saying is, what is interesting is how the biggest, most difficult advancements are to gain the small, iterative advantages on top of much bigger systems. Comparatively small. Yeah, that's a really good way of putting it. So it takes so much work to farm these high-end dungeons for marginal gains. Yeah. Stuck on the arena mission to get 3 bonuses to 10. Yeah, that's a doozy. Yeah. Yeah, once you start go from like silver to gold in your arena bonuses, it gets way more expensive. Yeah. It is a heck of a grind. Yeah, waiting on... I remember when I was getting my seer to like 6-star awakened. Like, I had the resources to buy the souls, and I had to wait around for like 3 months. It felt like. I don't remember exactly how long it was, but like, I had to wait around forever for the souls to pop up in the shop. Like, why? Like, the only reason they do that is to keep people logging in every day. To keep endgame players logging in every day. If you just made your game fun, people would log in every day. Like, that's us. Like, who would have thought that you should try to make a game fun? I don't know. Maybe that's crazy talk. Like, I really enjoy the early game progression. It feels good to, like, overcome things, and progress seems to happen more rapidly, but it really slows down, like, you know, at a certain point, you just grind to a halt. And then all the stuff that there is to progress in is, like, the worst content, you know, like Sand Devil and Shogun. I don't mind Iron Twins. I just hate how they artificially time gate everything tied to it. Man. Yeah, I think what they should have done is what I was saying earlier, where instead of having just completely remove the Altar of Souls and put the Awakening tab in the tavern with the rest of the champion upgrade systems, which would be a very intuitive place to put it, and then just have it cost the essence that it would require to purchase the split souls to upgrade to that tier of star level. And then you just put put the soul stones in the summoning portal with the rest of the, what's it called, dopamine farm, you know. Yeah. I hate artificial time gating. It feels so disrespectful to my time. Man, I'm so sad that I can't use Armands on this account. Like I don't like to do fusions because they're extremely stressful. I have done many fusions in the past, and every time I was just completely exhausted, especially as a free-to-play player. Because, like, I think Nishak fusion was the last fusion that I did, and it burned me out so bad that when the Pythion fusion started after, I just couldn't bring myself to do it, and I quit the game. I literally just, the thought of doing another fusion made me sick to my stomach, so I just quit playing the game. I was like, I can't do this. I'm out. So, like, because I wanted him so bad because I knew he was going to be great in Bommel, and I could beat Bommel 90 at that point, but it was not a easy farm. I had to manual it, do run after run after run after one, and get that one perfect good run with good RNG. And it's so frustrating when you're doing it on manual, and it takes 20 minutes to run, and then you die at the end. Like, I was sick of it, so like I wanted Nishak so freaking bad. So I did the fusion, and I was like every 20 minutes I was like having an anxiety attack, thinking like, oh, when does this next event start? I have to make sure I don't miss this event. Oh, like, I gotta min-max the overlap, so when I can't start farming Fire Knight until Dungeon Diver starts, so I would like not be playing for a day and a half, and then like it was just too stressful, man. It's not worth the stress. So that's just like a happy side effect of this Rares Only Plus challenge, is like I'm not using any temporary fusions. So that like the positive side effect of that is I don't have to stress and worry about doing fusions. And if you are a player who doesn't like to do fusions, then you're in luck, because I'm going to teach you how to beat the game without them. Yeah, I remember Newt. I knew that Newt was going to be good, and I would need him for Fire Knight hard, but I just didn't want to do a fusion. Like I just have fusion burnout. Like, it's not fun to stress constantly and constantly check the fusion calendar to make sure I'm optimizing when I farm here and when I farm there, and make sure I'm getting the optimal overlap. And like, it's just too stressful, man. It's not worth it. And I didn't feel relieved. I mean, I felt relieved that I got it, and I was glad that I got it, but it wasn't like, whew, that was such a fun experience. It was like, that was an anxiety-inducing nightmare of torture and pain, and I never want to do it again. I think I wasn't playing during the Emic fusion. I think like I've quit this game more times than I can count, because it just, like I said, this game has so much potential, but it feels like Plarium tries everything they can to squander that potential every chance they get. So I get frustrated and I quit playing a lot, but I'm hoping that if I'm not trying to stress about completing fusions, and I'm just progressing through the game at a pace, at my own pace, and enjoying the ride, I hopefully. There was something that really stressed me out. I don't remember what it was. I was thinking about quitting a couple weeks ago. What was it that was pissing me off? I think oh, you know what? I know exactly what it was. It was the Forge Pass. So when you get the quest that says defeat 25 champions in Classic Arena, every time that I get that quest, it takes me like 12 hours to finish it. Of constantly like stress and anxiety, like sitting here, like, I'll show you what I mean. So like on my phone, I can't open Raid right now because it'll crash Raid on my computer. But I'll open Discord and show you that way. So basically, what I do is I'll have like, I don't know, let's find a YouTube video to watch. Yeah, let's watch my live stream. Okay, so YouTube playing, I do this, and then I go to Raid. And then while I'm playing Raid, I could also watch YouTube on my phone. So when I'm at work, I'll sit here like this, watching YouTube and keeping an eye on this button, and the second it turns blue, I hit it. And I do that for 12 hours a day to finish that stupid Forge Pass quest. Now, the last time that I got super lucky, and it only took me 5 hours to finish it, guys. It only took 5 hours of my day to finish that Forge Pass quest because I got super lucky, and I found a ton of people who had easy 4-man defenses like this one. Oh, this isn't my easy defense. These guys didn't used to be geared. I forgot that. Before I geared them for clan boss, they were easy to beat. I need to update it. Okay, so we'll do that. So easy defense, 4 enemies. If you are the type of person who puts out a 1-man defense anyway, throw extra food champions in here. So when people get that stupid Forge Pass mission to defeat 25 enemies, they can get it done faster. And even if you want to put like your 300,000k power Harima or Stoutest Dragonbane or whatever, if I'm fast enough to kill your 3 food champions, I get 3 champions towards the. I get credit for killing the 3 before your insane OP nuker one-shots my entire team. So you're still helping me, and like, even if I lose, I still get to defeat 3 enemies, and I could just fight you like 5 times in a row and get 15 of my 25. And I've done that before because I was so desperate to finish it. It's so stressful. I hate it. That is like, anytime I get that challenge, it ruins my day because I know I'm going to spend the next 5 if I'm lucky, but potentially 12 hours sitting on that refresh button trying to get that damn mission done. It's really stressful, and I was so pissed about it. I was legitimately wanting to quit the game. Like, it's so stupid. I hate it. And if I wasn't doing this series for YouTube, I would have quit. But because I know that there's so many people who enjoy the series, I felt obligated to, like, you know what? If I don't get it done, then I don't get it done. It's not the end of the world. Like, I'll just suffer the consequences of not finishing it. Because last Forge Pass, I did not finish the Forge Pass because I kept getting stuck on that mission. So I'm like, and I missed out on a lot of value, and it really felt bad. And also, I wasn't high enough level to start doing the Forge Pass when the Forge Pass launched. So I was naturally a few days behind, but then I didn't complete that mission several times when I got it, because I wasn't worried about it. I was like, it'll be fine. And then I ended up missing out on a ton of stuff, and it sucked. So, yeah, I decided to stick it out. I got people counting on me. So, thank you to you guys who are watching. You helped me through my hard time. But it still sucks. Like, it doesn't feel good to get that mission, because I know it's going to take me forever to finish it. Congrats on the Cardiel, man. That's awesome. Yeah, okay, so funny story. Since we're on the subject of quitting. So, the previous account I was playing on and making content on was a free-to-play account. The account I played on before that was not. I had spent money and I bought tons of shards. Probably spent over $1,000 on that account over the years. Over like the year or so that I played on it, which is a lot to me. I'm not a super wealthy person. Like, $1,000 is a lot of money to me. And I was tired of feeling like I wasn't getting value for my money, so I just quit the game because I was sick of it. Well, even though I quit playing the game, I stayed in my clan Discord because I've been playing Raid with those guys for, like, at that point, like 2.5, 3 years. And I missed them, and I would come and chat with them in Discord, and they kept egging me on to, like, come back and play Raid because they wanted me back in the clan. So I was like, all right, fine. But I'm never spending another dollar in this game again. Plarium is never getting another penny of mine. So I downloaded the game and I was playing at work, and I see that monthly pack where that comes with the Sacred Shard, the Void Shard, and the Ancient Shards, and the 800 gems. I was like, nope, and it popped up again. I was like, all right, I'll pick it up. So I spent 30 more bucks, got that pack, pulled all the shards, and didn't get anything like worth a damn. And I was so pissed at myself for like falling for it, right? So I logged out and I was like, this is stupid. I don't have the willpower. And I was like, you know what? Because when Ninja first came out, everyone was talking smack on how crappy Ninja would be, and I knew he was going to be insane. So what I did was I started a free-to-play alt account just to see how good Ninja would be for progression, and obviously he was insane. So I remembered I had this other free-to-play account that I had never spent money on before. So I said, all right, the only way I could actually go free-to-play in Raid is if I play on an account where the seal has never been broken, and just force myself to stay free-to-play. Psychologically, I knew that was the only way. So I logged out of my old pay-to-win account. I logged into that free-to-play Ninja account. And I was like, alright, well, if I can get to a 2-key nightmare, I'll keep playing on this account. And at one point, like literally right after I quit playing on that account, they had done a promo code where everybody got a Feign. And I remember I had not been playing for a week, but I saw someone post in the clan Discord like, hey, come get your free Feign. So I logged in, did the promo code, got the Feign, and logged out and never logged back in. So I hadn't even built the Feign. And I go to fight Nightmare, clan boss, and I had Stagnat on my team, and I was really close to a 2-key, but it wasn't quite. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to build this Feign, and if I can get this to a 2-key Nightmare, I'll keep playing the game. That was the bargain I made with myself. If I can get a 2-key Nightmare, I'll keep playing Raid. So I built the Feign. I happen to have exactly 800 gems, so I, bought her masteries with gems. I happen to have exactly enough brews and exactly enough food. I think I had to sacrifice like a halfway. I used Alexander the Sharpshooter as a 5-star chicken to rank up my Feign to 6 stars. That's what I did. I totally forgot about that. Because I was like in like I don't even care anymore mode, right? I just wanted to see if I can get Feign to 60 and 2-key Nightmare. So I built Feign, I took Stagnite out and replaced him with Feign, and I 2-key Nightmare on that account. I was like, all right, I'm in. Let's do this. I'm gonna keep playing Raid, and I'm gonna commit to free to play. So I played on that account, and that was the old account that if you've been following the channel for a while and you saw me making content, I was making content with that free to play Ninja account. But then I just kind of got bored with the game. I beat it, basically all the content, and I wasn't having fun with the game anymore, so I stopped. And now I'm playing on this account. Free to play, Rares Only Plus challenge. I've already beaten the game free to play, so now we're upping the challenge to free to play, Rares Only Plus. So that's how we're doing it now, boys. And I'm having fun, except for when I get that stupid Forge Pass quest. So I don't know. That's where I'm at with that. I know that was a long story, and I apologize, but I felt like it was on topic, I guess. Would I prefer having a nuker that can kill my team for an easy win? Oh, would I prefer to have a nuker that can kill you or an easy win? If the nuker that could kill me also had 3 food champions in there that I could kill to farm for my Forge Pass quest, I would prefer that, honestly. But on a day-to-day, like if I don't have that Forge Pass mission to kill 25 enemies in the Classic Arena, I would rather just take the easy wins. Because I'm trying to farm my Great Hall, so I need the wins to get that Great Hall progression. This is the best WoW soundtrack song ever. love it. I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit. It's just so epic. I don't know. I love that. Alright, I'm gonna turn it back down now. Whew. I feel like I've run out of things to talk about. Actually, I lied. We're almost done with the masteries on Grave Shield Killer. I think we had like 300 something, and we need a total of 350 to get to War Master. I don't know if her masteries are fully complete. I think I'm still missing one tier 5 mastery, but I can subvert it to get to War Master and then just get it later if I feel like I need it. But I don't think there's anything in that tier that's going to help me on Clan Boss. At least long term. Short term, I can take the other counterattack mastery that triggers when someone on my team gets stunned. But eventually I'm going to have marked to block debuffs. So that eventually I'll get to a point where that won't trigger. So what I mean by that is, so if I get to 350, I can skip a tier 5 and go straight to War Master. This 20% chance to counterattack when an enemy... Oh, sorry. 20% chance to counterattack an enemy when they apply stun, blah, 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 on an ally. So right now, I can get value from that, but once I have marked on my team, I will not. So I don't know if it's worth investing the energy. I think I'm just going to go straight to 350 and grab War Master. That's my plan. I'm going to check Arena too real quick. And tag Arena. Ooh, I was about to... Oh, man, I don't think I could do that one. I don't know why tag Arena's been so brutal lately. I just haven't been able to... I can't be thinking... Yeah. Okay, we can kill that Battle Mage. Yeah, well, as long as you throw some food champs in there with your Harima, I'll fight you a few times. Next time I get the Forge Pass quest. Yeah. It's just the worst. Like, I found one guy who had a team of 4 Cold Hearts, and I killed 2 of them, and then one was in Swift Parry, so it didn't die, and then I couldn't quite kill the third one. So 3 and 4 survived, but 4 only survived because of Swift Parry, and then I lost. But because I killed 2 of them, I got credit for 2 kills towards the Forge Pass quest. So I fought him again, and then the second time he didn't get the Swift Parry proc, so I killed all 4 of his Cold Hearts. So I farmed 7 wins towards that Forge Pass mission off that one guy. So that was massive. Really. Like, that was huge. That cut like an hour or 2 off my grind. And then on that same page, I had another guy who had 4 food champs. So I knocked out 11 of my 25 needed. Like, it was it makes such a big difference, guys. You don't even know. Like, to a new player, if it's just so massive. Another thing you can do is just put 4 food champions in. Like, you don't have to, like, try to kill people. But actually, if you do put a nuker like Skullcrown or Harima or Stoutest Dragonbane or whomever with the food champs, and they're slow enough that I can kill the food champs and then die, I could just farm kills that way, and it would be helpful. But Yeah, or if everyone just put like 4 food champs in, it'd be cool too. I don't know, but there's just not enough people who do the food champ thing that it I got really lucky. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday that I got that. Actually, I could look. I posted on Discord because I was super excited that it only took me 5 hours to do that day. Let's see what day that was. It was crazy. Like, it was such a game changer. Uh-oh. Someone's asking me questions in Discord. I had 666k power on my account. So I posted that. Pretty sure I posted it in here. Looks like it got buried. I don't feel like looking for it. Alright, I lied. We're not doing that. Just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I stand. It depends on where my arena, like if I'm at a point where if I lose like 3 or 4 games in a row that I'll downrank out of gold 5, I probably wouldn't. But if I'm at like, you know, a high enough score that I could afford to throw a few games, then I would farm kills at the cost of losses, just because I don't want it. It shouldn't take someone 12 hours to finish like a quest in a mobile game. That's ridiculous. 150 speed is good, because my Haikatoon is like 240, and I think all the other champions on my team are minimum 170. Which, by the way, if you're a new player, you should always aim for at least 170 speed on all your champions as like a minimum, if you can. The reason why is because Nightmare Clan Boss is 170 speed. So if you are slower than the Clan Boss, he's going to take more turns than you, and he's going to kill you before you get to deal any damage to him. And 170 speed, you'll be faster than Brutal too. So like, in that, like, try to get above 170 speed if you can. Also, just in general content and dungeons, 170 speed, like most enemies and waves are about 100 speed. Whatever you see their base speed is in the index, so like in Minotaur 15, for example, there's this Faceless in the second, he might be in the first wave too, but he is 101 speed in the dungeon waves. So if you're 170 speed, you're going to be 70% faster than him, which means you're going to be taking more turns than him. So more speed is always more better. Like, speed is the most powerful stat in the game because of the advantage it allows you to get over your opponents. So there's something to think about. But yeah, so all my champions have like 171 or higher speed. The one difference I'd say is if you have a speed-tuned team and you know that a lower speed is required. Or if it's like an arena nuker and you have a turn meter booster, you know, and there are obviously some exceptions, but generally speaking, like I would say 170 is like a good minimum speed to aim for. Obviously, I wasn't talking to you, Jay Bickens, but I'm just we were on the subject, so I just in case there's any new players out there watching, because like an analogy that I like is, imagine we're playing a game of chess. If in that game of chess I get to take 2 turns for every 1 turn that you take, I'm going to destroy you, and it won't even be close. Even if you are like a chess grandmaster, I will probably beat you if I get to take 2 turns for every 1 turn that you take. Like, it's just absurd. So if you get enough speed on your champions, you can take 2 turns for every 1 turn your enemies take. It's basically cheating, if you think about it like that. So yeah, speed is good. It's the most powerful stat in the game. It is what it allows you to do when you have enough of it is ludicrous. in terms of advantage. I mean, yeah. What's not? I mean, I said this the last. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Was the last time I streamed Raid. But man, I haven't heard anybody talk about this yet. When Armand's goes, he fully depletes your turn meter and then stuns you. And then he attacks with his A1, or he might use his sheep ability. But if he attacks with his A1, then he's putting your skills on cooldown. When you are stunned, your skills don't come off cooldown when you take your turn while you're stunned. So, like, if you ever get a turn ever again, which is not very likely, but let's say optimistically, someday you'll get a turn because you resist his turn meter and stuns or whatever. You're not going to be able to do anything on your turn because all your skills are going to be on cooldown because of his A1. He's like such an insane champion. Like, part of me wishes that I could use him on this account just because he looks like a ton of fun. But I'm also so glad that I didn't have to deal with the stress of trying to complete the fusion as a new free-to-play player. It's like, I don't know, it's bittersweet. I just don't ever want to do fusions again. They're just such an unfun process for me. Too stressful. It's like every waking moment I'm like referring back to the fusion calendar and making sure that I'm min-maxing my resources. So it's just I don't want to ever have to stress about that again. I'm over it. And I honestly think I can beat the game without him, so I'm going to. And I'm hopefully will teach other players how to do so as well in case they missed it for whatever reason. Maybe they missed 5 fragments, or they didn't have enough shards to complete the summoning event, or they ran out of silver to do the artifact enhancement, or whatever. You know? So, like, I think the type of free-to-play series that Hell Hades does is great for teaching players how to get the fusions done when resources are tight. I think he does a really great job at that, and I think there's a ton of value in that type of series. But then, once he completes the fusion, he's using the fusions to progress through the game. So for any player who's watching who couldn't get the fusion, so for everyone who does get the fusion, his series are great because he shows you how to use the fusion that you just got. But for everybody who can't get the fusion or didn't get the fusion or started playing after the fusion or whatever, that's where there's sort of a gap. Like, it's not very helpful for those people because they don't have that champion that he's using to beat the content. So that's why I wanted to do something like this where I'm not using any temporary fusions. I will say Hell Hades is incredibly consistent at making something out of nothing. I don't think I've ever seen him start a new free-to-play account and miss a fusion. It's kind of crazy how good he is at squeezing out that value, you know? So hats off to my lord Hell Hades. Yeah, that would be sweet. Like, they probably will be J Pickens. Raid has this tendency to like do a really good fusion and then do some kind of stinker ones. So maybe this will be a good opportunity for people to start farming fragments for High Mother mod. I know it will be for me. Yeah, this one only having epic fragments is kind of a bummer for me in terms of like making progression towards mod. Oh. Hopefully you can get the 5-star Armand's blessing. But yeah, man, that's another thing. Like, aside from the amount of time I spend in the game refreshing arena and trying to like farm medals for my Great Hall, I feel like I'm taking a very casual approach to this account. Like, I'm not actively participating in events aside from champ training because I want the legendary books, but I'm ignoring the Titan events. You know, like, I only do artifact enhancement if I see some like energy on the lower tiers that I want to pick up to continue doing more champ training or whatever. I haven't really done any dungeon events. Oh, you know, I did a few dungeon events during the White Queen fusion because I wanted to pick up a few fragments here and there to start building towards mod. Which is another reason why I want to start pushing Fire Knight a little bit, so I can pick up, like, for future fusions, I want to be able to farm fragments easier, because I do want to get High Mother mod eventually for this account. I think she's going to be massive. Like, I know I keep saying this, but I'm confident that I can 2-key, maybe even 1-key Ultra Nightmare if I get High Mother mod. Because on my old account, I was running a very nice... We got War Master. On my old account, I built a 1-key traditional team on a 2-1 turn ratio. With... Instead of High Mother mod, it would have been Elva Autumnborn. So they're similar in that regard. So instead of Elva and Sandlash Survivor, it would be High Katoon and High Mother mod. And with that team, my personal best was like 100 million on Ultra Nightmare. So on this account, if I could get High Mother mod, I know I'll at the minimum be able to 2-key Ultra Nightmare. Maybe even 1-key. Because even if I do 30 million less damage than my personal best on the other account, I'm still doing 70 million, and that's a 1-key, baby. So, what was I doing? Why did I come here? Oh, War Master. We got War Master, baby. Alright. And now we'll just throw Frozen Banshee in there. Yeah, okay. Excuse me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You run 3 accounts? Oh, nice. You're doing a Rare Only also? That's awesome, man. It is really fun, isn't it? Yeah, man, it is... This Rares Only account is just such a fun, stress-free... Like, you don't have to worry about doing fusions. Like, it's just... You just kind of just do whatever you want. You just play the game and have fun. You don't... There's no pressure. And it's challenging, but not too challenging. Like, it's challenging enough that it's interesting without being frustrating. Yeah, Jay Pickens, that is a... Okay. So, yeah, the Elva Autumnborn renewal pack is worth it. I hate to say it, but $20 for Elva Autumnborn is the most insane deal I've ever seen in Raid. Like, everybody knows that Duchess Lilitu is an S-tier legendary that can carry you through content like crazy. I prefer to use Elva Autumnborn. Like, everywhere where I used to use Duchess, I now use Elva on that account where I have my old free-to-play account. Elva Autumnborn replaced Duchess everywhere when I got Elva. Because the block debuffs is on a 2-turn cooldown, or it lasts for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown, and she has passive healing. You don't get any healing from Duchess unless she revives your team, and then she puts a heal over time. So, for me, I actually prefer Elva over Duchess. Now, it's probably a different story for Arena, but Elva is insane, dude. So I do not condone giving Plarium money, but if you quit the game and you come back and they have that like revival path where you can get Elva Autumnborn for $20, it's probably worth it. Like, and especially if you're already kind of a spender. That might, like, if I wasn't like, I don't know, it was the like if I didn't have Elva on that account, I would have been super tempted. Like I'll just leave it at that. I was shocked when I saw it, honestly. Yeah, it's yeah, yeah. Elva is nuts, but I really do enjoy this free to play rares only plus challenge. It's a lot of fun. So Pez, you say you do a rares only. Are you doing like the rares only plus like this, where you're also using login champs and stuff, or are you strictly rares only? I'm curious. But yeah, that is another thing I noticed. Like the vast majority of progression on my old account was just leveling up new champions and farming masteries. Like my stoutest Dragonbane can farm Minotaur 15 in 20 seconds. So I would just 6-star champion, put him in with stoutest, and then stoutest would just, you know, it'd probably take me a few hours, like 3 or 4 hours to farm someone's masteries, but I would just, decide that's what I was doing that day at work and then just farm masteries all day whenever I built a new champion. It's so crazy because farming masteries for a champion on this account takes like 3 days. Just it's so time consuming. But we got War Master on Grave Chill, so that should give us a little bit more leeway towards the 3-key nightmare. Won't be quite as tight. And then as soon as we get War Master on Frozen Banshee, we'll be in a much better position too. That's like an extra couple million damage total between the two of them of wiggle room. Okay, just rares only. That's pretty hardcore. I thought about doing that, just a strict rares only. But in the end, well, there's a couple of reasons I didn't. One, Jay Giggs already has a great rares only series called Rare Indigo, and like there's already just rare only challenge series out there, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to make a challenge series that is also relatable and educational, which is why I wanted to include the permanently free champions as well, like Haikatoon and Drexlar and all that stuff. Because I do think a lot of these free login reward champions and champions like Drexlar and Yakarl the Scourge are extremely underrated. So I really want to show players like who are struggling to progress that, hey, you should be using these champions. They're insane. Like Haikatoon is a massively powerful champion. Like when I first got, like on my very first account like 4 years ago, when I got Haikatoon, I didn't use her. It was like, yeah, she's a free champion. Speed, what is speed? Speed's not important. Screw speed. Get her out of here. I never built her. The first account I ever built Haikatoon on was my last free-to-play account. And the only reason I built her is because I needed her to build an unkillable Demetha team. The first Void Epic I pulled on my last free-to-play account was Demetha. And then like 2 weeks before that, I had pulled Seeker. So I just pulled Seeker and I was about to build him for Arena. And then I pulled Demetha and I was like, holy cow. I can build an unkillable team for Clan Boss. And I was like 4 months into the game. It was insane. So I built Haikatoon to build that specific speed tune. But since I had already invested in her, I was like, let's just see how she does. Let's throw her in my Fire Knight team and see what happens. And I was blown away on how big of a difference she made on that account. Like, she was such a hard carry. Like, Eventually, I pulled Lysandra, so I obviously replaced Haikatune with Lysandra because Lysandra's just like Haikatune on steroids. And then I pulled Lady Kimmy, so like between Lady Kimmy and Lysandra, like I didn't need Haikatune anymore. But if I hadn't invested in her when I did, I would not have made as much progression as quickly as I did. She catapulted me in progression on that account, and she had done the same thing on this account. Like when I got Haikatune, like I just went from being hard stuck on like Doom Tower floor 14 straight to floor 30 or 40 and getting stuck on a boss that I just didn't have the champions built to beat. So like I tripled my Doom Tower progression just from having Haikatune. Now I can farm Minotaur 15. I wasn't able to farm Minotaur 15 until I 6-starred Haikatune. Like everywhere. She's like Spider, Dragon, Fire Knight. Like she's so good. And I was too naive, I guess, to realize it. But once I finally tested her out, like she's my favorite epic. I have a lot of sentimental attachment to her because of how much she progressed my account, my last free to play account, and now this account. She's doing work. What keys do I do daily? If you're talking about clan boss, I just hit 3-key Nightmare, and I can't quite 1-key Brutal yet. I got the second chest on Brutal today. Yeah, dude, Yukaro is so good. Yeah, it's a 100% turn meter steal. It's insane how good. Like in my opinion, Yukaro the Scourge's A2 is his best ability. I think when people look at him, they see that he only has a 75% chance to do the AoE freeze on his A3, and they're like, "This guy sucks," because that's what I did when I first saw him. But when I was struggling to progress through Doom Tower hard, and I needed to build another crowd control champion to go alongside Vizix, I was like, you know what? Let me just give this Yukaro guy a try. So I bought up the fragments with Clan Gold, and it was just like, this guy is insane! Yukaro is so good. He's so much better than people give him credit for. But yeah, that A2 is nuts. Dude, yeah, I'm so excited for Yukaro. I am confident I can duo Spider 20 with Yukaro the Scourge and Drexthar. And if I can duo farm Spider 20, I can put 3 food champions in. And if I can't quite duo farm it, hell, I'll just throw Syl of the Drakes in there too and 3-man it. But Yukaro the Scourge can solo Spider 20's turn meter, and then he's got the AoE freeze for the Spiderlings. And then if a few Spiderlings get by, that's fine, because Drexthar's HP burns are reactive, so he has to get attacked. But then when he uses his A2, if you put him in like lifesteal, he will fully heal when he attacks all those Spiderlings. So Yukaro can solo turn meter control the boss, so the big boss never takes a turn. And then Drexthar can tank the Spiderlings and place HP burn on them. And then he can heal them, and then in between that, Yukaro can freeze all of them to give Drexthar time to like get back to his A2 to attack and fully heal again. So he's healing himself when he does the AoE, and then it like I'm so excited, dude. This account is gonna get busted wide open when I get Drexthar. Because then I'll have a boss killer for Nether Spider, which is where I think I'm going to get stuck this dude. Oh, I need to do my... Oh, crap. I was just on autopilot and I wasn't thinking about it. I already used all my silver keys. Oh, no, I have one left. Okay, I was putting my desk together that I showed you guys earlier. That's what I was doing today. That's what So while I was doing that, I was just kind of like on autopilot, like... just going through my dailies to make, just spending enough energy so I didn't, wasn't sitting at energy cap all day. And then just like refreshing arena here and there in between putting the desk together. But Yannicka is good. I can't say that I prefer because I've never played with her. Uh, I pulled a Cleopteryx on my last account. So because I already had a really strong Spirit Affinity nuker, I never went for Yannica. Maybe I'll try her on this account after I get Drexlar. I forgot to try my Doom Tower waves. I just used all my silver keys just without thinking about it. What is this Doom Tower wave? Rares only plus? Nerd. I guess it's not even plus, it's just rares only. Man, I was looking at damage multipliers of all the starting champions. I don't remember why. I think someone was asking like who's the best starter for like campaign farming for like referral accounts. So I was looking at all the damage multipliers, and Kale has a 4.6 something times attack. Like, god damn. Why did I pick Aethel? I felt cheated. Kale, the damage multiplier on Kale's A2 is insane. And then when he gets turn meter boost for each enemy he kills when he's doing it, so then he can go right into his A3 and finish off anyone who's still alive. And while if you consider his A3 as an AoE attack, it's very weak. But in somewhere like Clan Boss, where it hits the same target all 4 times, it's actually a really, really strong, hard-hitting ability. I don't know. I don't want to say I regret picking Aethel. But man, Kale's pretty dope. He's my favorite. He's who I've always picked on every other account. Even my first account, I picked Kale. You know what? Regen on Drex. Here's the thing about Regen. It's a very good set. But what a lot of people, I think they forget about Drexlar is his A2 hits very hard. And I think Lifesteal works great on him too. Like, I don't think you need Regen. I mean, you can use Regen if you want to. It's a perfectly viable set. But because he can hit so damn hard, I think he can be a solo champ in Lifesteal. Like, when I built my Tyrant Ixlamore as a solo champ, I built him in Lifesteal. He could solo Spider 20 in Lifesteal, he could solo Dragon 20 in Lifesteal, and he could solo Ice Golem 20 in Lifesteal. And the stat requirements for my Tyrant solo build are so much lower than all the stat requirements I've ever seen for any Immortal Tyrant solo build. Like, Tyraku has a ton of really great solo Tyrant builds, but it's like all like require 270 speed with like, you know, 4,000 defense and 80,000 HP. Like, who has that gear aside from exactly this guy? They're great guides. He's a great content creator. And the fact that he figured out that Tyrant can solo and, you know, Regen and Immortal is great. But I figured out how to do it in Lifesteal with like 25% lower stats. Like, why would you not? I'm not saying, you know, I'm not talking smack. I respect Tyraku. I've watched a lot of his videos, and he's clearly a really smart guy. But, you know, I think on champions who have the capacity to hit really hard, don't discount Lifesteal as a viable set for them as a solo champion, is all I'm saying. But, you know, if I can't do it in Lifesteal, or I'll try Regen. But, you know, we'll see. But I think for champions like who can't deal damage when they attack, obviously Regen is so much better. But Drexlar can smack. He's got a 5.3 times defense damage multiplier on his AoE. He's actually a really strong defense-based nuker. And I'm confident that if I build him in Lifesteal, he'll be able to solo some dungeons. It just depends on what gear set I have the most of and how I'm able, like, if right now, I have one piece of Regen gear on my entire account. So it's just going to depend on the type of gear I have available. I'll build them in whatever I can have to build them in to get the job done. But yeah, it's definitely a viable option. You know what? I like that point. Jay Pickens, and that's okay. So if you don't have, if you're watching the stream but you don't have chat open, Jay Pickens says, "What I find very exciting about this playthrough you're doing is that I was super excited about most of the free champions, but by the time I get most of them, they had already been power crept." Boom. I still think Drexthar and Yakarl and Syl and Vizix are each going to be great, but in terms of like Gerda Bogbrew and Eric's, and I feel like there's another one. There's some other decent ones in there, but those are the ones where like by the time most people get like the Eric's and the Gerda Bogbrew, they have better options. And Cleopteryx, you know, this like once you've been playing for a year, you don't really need a lot of these login champions. I mean, Eric's is still pretty great. If you haven't seen it, there's a video by Sam Solstice where she builds an Eric's in a 2-piece stone skin and solos people's arena teams. It's really funny. Yeah, it's just really cool. Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, that's pretty cool too. Yeah, dude, Kale, man, one of the things that I was in favor of with Aethel is her damage multiplier isn't as high as Kale's, but she brings a 25% increase attack buff. So in my mind, I thought that was gonna like kind of even out, but her damage isn't that great. I think I should have just gone with Kale. I don't want to say I have regrets because it was an interesting experiment. I wanted to see for myself if she was any good, and she's decent. I just think Kale's better. If I ever do another account in the future, I want to try Elhain. I've never done Elhain or Gaelic before. This is my first time not picking Kale as a starting champion, so it's kind of interesting. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. You need to do damage in order to heal off lifesteal, but if he takes a turn, he's going to deal damage. Same thing with regen. Like, you know, you have to take turns to get heals from regen. I mean, I think there are a lot of champions for whom regen is definitely better, but don't discount how good lifesteal can be on solo champions if it's a champion who has the capacity to do damage, like Drexthar does. Oh, dude, Mithrala is gonna be so sick when I get her. Yeah, dude. Oh, and I keep forgetting about Arbiter, honestly. Um, I think it's gonna be a really fun challenge to try to get Lydia too. I mean, I'm not saying regen is bad. Like, clearly it's a good set. All I'm saying is, don't discount the power of lifesteal. It can be just as good on a champion who has the capacity to deal damage the way Drexthar does. I'll show you what I mean. Let's try to kill this boss. Who are we on? Ooh, my first time fighting Frost Spider. Well, let's see. I don't have an HP burn champion, do I? Not built. So I need to block revive with Armiger. Oh no. Okay. That's all right. That's fine. That it's either that or I build Painsmith with my other block revive champion. Or I build Ghoulish Ranger. No, I do have a Coffin Smasher. I just gotta make sure that he saves his HP. It's only got it's so annoying. It only has an 80% chance to land with Sniper. Yeah, alright. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna find my Tyrant video. Because again, every tyrant solo build I've seen requires like 270 speed, 80,000 HP, 4,000 defense. But I built my tyrant with way lower stats than all of that, and he can solo Dragon, Spider, and Ice Golem 20. So if you haven't seen this, and he's doing this in lifesteal, no regen. So there's that. All I'm saying is don't discount lifesteal. I'm not trying to say that regen isn't good, or that you shouldn't try to build solo champions in regen. I'm just saying there are other options. That's all. Yeah, I did pull Kale, and I thought about building him. I might actually build him for Arena, because I have Slayer pieces, I have an attack ring, a crit damage amulet, and an attack banner from the Slayer set for my Kale. So I could potentially I started to read chat and I lost my train of thought. What was it saying? Oh, yeah, I could potentially build Kale for my arena as an arena nuker on my account. I'm gonna have to solo this when he gets low to make sure I could put HP burn. Yeah. Yeah, Coffin Smasher isn't great, but he's got a chance. So which set is better that I use? I mean, it depends on the scenario. Like, there's no just one ring to rule them all. It's all situational. But in that video, like, okay, so Tyraku has a video where he has a solo tyrant too. Let me find that video, because it's actually a good video. Solo tyrant. And the amount of, like, when you see the stats required for this tyrant build to do the exact same thing that my tyrant is doing, let me, like, compare the stats side by side. And tell me which build is easier to achieve. That's Tyraku's video, the second one that I linked there. Because, I mean, I'm doing it with, like, 50, maybe not 50 less speed. Like 30 less speed, 20,000 less HP, about the same defense. Like, why would you not use the build that gives you, like, that's less intensive on the stat requirements? Now, for a champion like Gerda Bogbrew, for example, because I was talking about her earlier, I'll use her as an example because I think that's a perfect parallel. She doesn't have any healing baked into her kit, and I'm not convinced that she will be able to do enough damage in lifesteal to make a difference. So I will probably have to build Gerda Bogbrew in regen in order to use her as a solo champion. So in that specific example, regen is definitely better. But there are other champions for whom lifesteal is better because they could hit really hard. That's all I'm saying. Like, I understand that regen is the meta. And I'm not saying regen is bad. I'm just saying have an open mind. Don't always just assume one thing is the only viable option. Because there are plenty of viable options. Okay, I need to slow down and take the wheel here. Do not die until I can place HP burn on you, please. Do daddy a solid here. Okay. This... It's fully booked, and I have sniper, so there's an 80% chance to place this. Damn it! God damn it. Coffin Smasher, you had one job. Ugh. Okay, well... He's going to revive his ads, and then we're just going to go through it again. I'm sorry, Glennis. Which him are you referring to? Are you talking about Tyrant? Oh, now you place the HP burn. Sure, buddy. Sure, yeah. Put the spiderlings cleanse it anyway. So I need to kill these little buttholes. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you don't like Tyrant is a great champion. But there's always other options. But yeah, I was just using him as an example because he's a champion who I have built in lifesteal who can be a dungeon solo champion. There's plenty of champions out there who can solo dungeons. But yeah, like, why would you use your H, you dummy? Okay. I'm taking the wheel. Clearly, you guys aren't mature enough to handle this on your own. Using HP burns on the side adds when it's on a 4-turn cooldown. I don't even want to put decreased defense because I don't want the boss to take too much damage. What a dummy. Okay, I might have to put... No, this is fine. Let's see if I can squash this little bug. It seems like the side adds are tankier than the boss. Okay. HP burn is off cooldown. Never trust rate AI. That is exactly correct. Okay. 80% chance. Surely it won't fail twice in a row. No! Do it! Why? Why? Okay. This is just my life now, guys. Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. It's totally fine. Totally fine. I didn't want to kill him anyway. Joke's on you. This is fun for me. Maybe I should just bring Armager in. No, because knowing my luck, I would use the block revive skill and it wouldn't do enough damage to kill the boss anyway. And I'm not trying to build Painsmith right now. I have another block revive champion too. It was a dwarf. I pulled him recently. I forget who it was. No, we need to kill this. We need to kill the side adds so they don't cleanse the HP burn off the boss. Once this first one dies, I will take over and manual the second add to make sure Coffin Smasher doesn't use his HP burn on that one. But I don't mind that he's using it here because he'll take enough turns between now and killing the next add. I'll just let him do whatever he wants here. Alright, now Daddy takes the wheel. Yeah, he was going to use it next turn too. I could see him. I could see that look in his eye. But I still need to get the boss a little lower. In case he actually decides he wants to place it, then I need to kill the boss while the HP burn is active. Do I... No, because the spiderling will cleanse it. Never mind. Never mind. Talked myself out of that one real quick. I thought about just trying to smack the boss with it, but... There's... no decreased defense yet. Okay. If it places, I'll have 2 turns. I'm going to A1 first. I want to make sure he's low enough that I'll be able to kill him. Uh-oh, this might have been a mistake. Don't die. Yet. Okay. Speed has been decreased. Defense has been decreased. Don't die. Don't kill it. Okay. Coffin Smasher. Surely it won't fail 3 times in a row. Hey, it worked! And Master Hexer procced. So now we get it for 2 more turns. That's perfect. I think we got this, guys. Die, 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 die. Boom! We got it. A Void Shard! Oh, yeah! Alright, that's pretty sweet. I haven't done any of these secret rooms, too, because I wanted to save these for live stream for you guys. I totally forgot about this. Rares only. What am I going to do, guys? I don't think I can handle this. I have too many rares to choose from. We already got decreased defense there. Let's do that. Okay. Oh, so many options. Just gonna hit auto on these ones. This might have been the most challenging Doom Tower secret room yet. Wait, what? Why did I... What was my logic for Coffin Smasher? I don't know. That's fine. Not even putting a dent in me. Too tanky. Oh yeah, easy peasy. Interesting that Doomscreech didn't turn meter boost. Strange. He defaulted to the AoE attack. It's good to know. Hey, getting closer to Archmage Helmet, baby. Alright, what was this next one? I remember thinking that one of these I couldn't do. I don't remember which one. Oh, yeah, we're not doing the Bannerlords one. I don't have a single Bannerlord built. I am going to build this guy for Magma Dragon, because fully booked, he's got a 50, 60, 75% chance of placing Provoke on his A1. It's pretty good. So we are going to build him for Magma Dragon, and then I'll use him in Hydra too. But I'm not ready to do that yet. Attack champions only. Oh no, guys. What are we gonna do? Ooh, oh, good. She just gave me a little tickle. This, what's her name? Is it Astrolith? Forget her name. That health swap is devastating in Doom Tower waves, man. Like especially if you can't, like if you get her low but you don't kill her, then she just health swaps and one-shots somebody. It's such a pain in the butt. Hopefully War Maiden doesn't die. Yeah, she's dead. Okay, well, that's fine. Guardian set on Frozen Banshee and Grave Chill are helping keep our others alive. Oh, since having maxed out Frozen Banshee and Grave Chill Killer, I can now beat another Faction War boss. So I can beat Undead Horde's boss. I have to manual it though. It doesn't quite work on auto. But it's fine. I can still. I mean, there's one less faction that I get roadblocked by when I get that quest. So it's pretty exciting. And then I'll build Doomscreech eventually That'll be, like another really nice. All right, we're killing these secret rooms, baby. What's this one? Magic only. Ooh, this is, well, I mean, maybe not. Maybe we can do this one. Oh, Rotos. Uh-oh. And Hackhorn Smash Lord. That guy likes to smash. And Foley. Okay, well, they're just tickling us. We little tickles. Okay, Hackhorn Smash Lord's smacking pretty hard. Just kidding. What? Did he really hit harder than Foley? Surely that's not right. And don't call me Shirley. Sorry. Oh! Killing the Lucky. I forgot about him. Okay. On my last account, I had to use Killian the Lucky to beat Fire Knight 19, because he actually has turn meter on his, on his A1. And that was what got me through it, because I couldn't use my armor grids because he kept weak hitting. I never booked him, I never leveled him past 5-star, I didn't even use him to beat Faction Wars. Honestly, like, the only thing I ever used him for was to beat Fire Knight 19, so I can then go up to 20 and farm 20 on my last account. It's kind of funny. He's been buffed, though, I think, if I recall correctly. Yeah, it's a pretty uncommon skill to be able to swap HP. And then, who was it? Was it Nogdor? Oh, no, that's not good. She was my only AoE champion. The 3 that are remaining are all in Guardian sets, though, so they're kind of like ally protecting each other. And they're built pretty tanky, too. They're all in clan boss builds. I think we got this. Yeah, we got this. Easy. So, oh! I totally forgot that I had planned to do this. I forgot. I was actually thinking about it while I was at Walmart today. I'm going to do something extremely controversial on Clan Boss. I'm not going to use another key until it resets in a couple hours, but I just want to show you my team. What I want to try is to turn on Frozen Banshee's A2, but then I'll have to manual it. So she goes, I'll open with the A3, then use the A1, but then make your user A2. Because my team is not currently on a speed tune, so her doing a turn meter boost won't actually ruin anything. So because of that, I think it'll actually benefit me greatly to use her A2. The reason why: fills the turn meters of all allies by 2% for each debuff on the target. Quite often, I have 10 debuffs on the clan boss. This is a 20% turn meter boost. That's actually pretty good. I know the general wisdom is don't use it, but that's only because it throws off speed tunes. My team is not speed tuned. I honestly think I will get more damage on clan boss if I use her A2. So I'm going to experiment with that tonight after clan boss resets. I think that's all I can do in Doom Tower until, the next secret room tomorrow. I'm just going to float these 4 keys. I don't really care. There's no stats in this. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I'm just going to finish up my energy in Minotaur. Hopefully I can... I already know I'm not going to have enough energy to get War Master on Frozen Banshee tonight, but we'll get there eventually. Yeah, the health swap is a really interesting mechanic, and it's kind of a shame that it doesn't work on bosses. I mean, that would probably be too good, right? Yeah. Yeah, Syl is pretty great. I'm really looking forward to getting Syl. I think my favorite free champion is actually Yakarl the Scourge. I was actually blown away by how good he is the first time when I got him on my last account. Like, he's so much better than he looks. And everybody who I have convinced to build Yakarl has had the exact same experience. Like, the moderator on my community Discord is also another YouTuber called Raidology. He was struggling to farm. I couldn't remember if he was struggling to beat Dark Fae 120 hard or if he was struggling to farm it. But I was like, dude, you gotta try Yakarl. Just trust me. And he reluctantly built Yakarl, and he was blown away by how good he is. And same thing with my clanmate. This clanmate of mine is like super endgame. He's finished in Platinum Arena. Like, he is a thoroughly hardcore endgame player. And he was blown away by how good Yakarl is. Like, because, I mean, when you just look at his kit, it's underwhelming that he's got a 4-turn cooldown AoE freeze with only a 75% chance to freeze. But it's actually more than a 75% chance to freeze, because if they're above 75% turn meter, then it can't be resisted. So it's like, those little edge cases, I don't know, and his A2 was just insanely good. But yeah, Syl is definitely a great champion. The A1 decreased speed is awesome, the A1 turn meter reduction, the AoE stun, passive healing, damage scaling off defense, it's all great. She's super good too. I definitely think Yakarl is like the sleeper OP champ. Like, people don't put respect on his name. I really like Vizix too. The first time I beat Doom Tower hard, I used Syl of the Drakes, Vizix, Yakarl, a speed champion. I was using Lady Kimmy. But, like, oh, and then I was using a HP burn champion. So I was using Walking Tomb Drang as my damage dealer. So, Walking Tomb Drang, who was a free fusion champion, and then Syl of the Drakes, Yakarl the Scourge, Vizix the Unbound. And while I was using Lady Kimmy, Haikatoon would have done that job just the same. So yeah, like, basically 4 or 5 free champions. And when I made a video about that Doom Tower wave team, I got a lot of skeptical comments saying, "Oh, look at all these, this is free to play. Nice Lady Kimmy, free to play." Like, just crapping on it because I used a legendary. Like, but if you take off your skeptical goggles and put on your open-minded goggles, and you look at Lady Kimmy's skill kit and compare it side by side with Haikatoon's skill kit, you will see they are remarkably similar. Now, is Lady Kimmy better than Haikatoon? Yes, absolutely. One of the big things that Lady Kimmy does is she places an AoE decreased speed. However, I already had an AoE decreased speed champion on that team, i.e. Vizix the Unbowed. So the fact that she's placing AoE decreased speed was basically irrelevant. Not at the time that I did it, because I didn't have my Vizix fully booked, but once my Vizix was booked, I didn't need the AoE decreased speed from Lady Kimmy any longer. So Lady Kimmy and Haikatoon each have an AoE 15% turn meter reduction skill. And they both have a 15% turn meter boost with a 30% increased speed buff attached. And while Haikatoon can't do an AoE decreased speed, she does place a decreased speed on her A1. They are remarkably similar in what they bring in terms of turn meter advantage. Hey, what's up, Jack? Yeah, unfortunately, I've never tried Yannicka. I might have to get her on this account after I get Yakarl, because I would like to see, because, like, on my last account, I pulled, what's her name, Cleopteryx from a shard, and I built her, and so I already had a really strong Spirit Affinity AoE damage dealer. So because of that, I never built Yannicka. I never got Yannicka on that account. So I might go for her on this account. But I'm prioritizing Yakarl because I really need the crowd control. I honestly believe if I can get Yakarl and Drexlar, I can 2-man Spider 20. Worst case scenario, I'll have to throw Syl of the Drakes in there for a little bit of healing. But yeah, I know that Yannicka can hit hard. I've looked at her damage multipliers, and it's very impressive. Well, I have been streaming for nearly 4 hours now. So I think I'm going to wrap it up, because I'm not going to do anything else except for continuing to farm Minotaur, and I don't have enough energy to get War Master on Frozen Banshee tonight, so nothing more too exciting is going to happen for me. So to all of those of you who are watching, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for contributing to chat. Thank you for hitting the like button and subscribing, because that helps my channel a ton. So thank you very much for that. Hopefully, I will see you all in another video soon. But until next time, happy raiding. Take care.